sparks ignite. Push it harder, cut the night. Grip the wheel, it's all or nothing. Edge of fear, adrenaline flooding. One shot left, I can't rewind. I'm locked in chasing time. Closer now, the light is burning. Every turn, the tide is turning. Risk it all, I feel alive. This is the moment I arrive. I'll break the line, I'll cross the fire. Ride the speed, I'm climbing higher. No holding back, the world is mine. One last lap, I'll break the line. I'll break the line. Crowds are up, the ground is shaking. Every move, the future's waiting. Through the smoke, I see the sign. This victory will be mine. Closer now, the light is burning. Every turn, the tide is turning. Risk it all, I feel alive. This is the moment I arrive. I'll break the line, I'll cross the fire. Ride the speed, I'm climbing higher. No holding back, the world is mine. One last lap, I'll break the line. I'll break the line. Step aside, the limit's fading. Every doubt evaporating. Through the Joker's path, I decide. This is my race, this is my drive. I'll break the line, I'll cross the fire. Ride the speed, I'm climbing higher. No holding back, the world is mine. One last lap, I'll break the line. I'll break the line. Gotta burn it up in the Joker series. Burn it down, push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. No surrender, no fear, we're tearing up the ground in the Joker series. We're lost but never found. Burn it down, burn it to the core. Rev it up, leave them begging for more. Joker's calling, feel the rush, no doubt. In the series we burn it down. Stealing sparks, we're dancing with the flame. Every corner's deadly, but we play the game. Joker's rules, no mercy, no disguise. See the hunger for the win in every driver's eyes. Wreckage in the rear view, ghosts on my tail. Push the throttle harder, I was born to fail. No brakes, no mistakes, just a rebel's heart. Joker series rips the world apart. Truth is, I'm wired, adrenaline's my vice. Risk it all, fuel in my veins, fire in my chest. Joker's got me hooked, no time for rest. Gotta burn it up in the Joker series. Burn it down, push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. No surrender, no fear, we're tearing up the ground in the Joker series. We're lost but never found. Burn it down, yeah, burn it to the core. Rev it up, leave them begging for more. Joker's calling, feel the rush, no doubt. In the series we burn it down. Lose control. Joker's laughing, it's a fight for my soul. Blood on the track, sweat in my eyes. Keep on racing till the day that I die. Faster, harder, break the line. Steal the crown, it's do or die time. Joker's chaos, it's the only way. Live for the race, no tomorrow today. Gotta burn it up in the Joker series. Burn it down, push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. No surrender. Yeah, here we go for the 100th time. Engine scream, burning rubber, no rewind. Joker series chaos in the night, lights glow. Pedal to the metal, let the madness flow. Gotta burn it up in the Joker series, burn it down. Push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout.
Race underway, the very first Jokers series. And I don't know, I don't think anything like this has been done in Gran Turismo that's been at least broadcasted, so
engines roar, the night ignites, speeding through the neon lights. We hear the sound, the Joker series, it's going down. Twist the wheel, feel the flame. Every track is not the same.
Go.
Feel the thrill. Ooh, yeah. The Joker series, chase the skill. Round and round, we play the game. Fast and wild, never tame. Never tame. Rubber burns, the crowd goes wild. Victory's grin, the racer style. And across the globe, we're locked in tight. Salamander leads us into the night. Turn the corner, speed away. Every moment here to stay. Baseline pounding, hearts collide. The Joker series, ride or die. Go. Feel the thrill. Ooh, yeah. The Joker series, chase the skill. Round and round, we play the game. Fast and wild, never tame. Never tame.
Jersey
Get
going
trying
for the
outside.
Oh,
Didn't
he's
we
not
just
gonna
see
get
this
it.
last race?
Oh my goodness. Can they keep it? No,
Get
Jersey
out
goes.
of here!
Jersey
Oh!
goes. Pyro losing it a little bit. Oh no, and a penalty.
Oh!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Salamander Racing Joker Series. I am Salamander. Most people just call me Sal. we have got a fun one today. Right away, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my commentators. They're going to be commentating this race for us. So first off, we've got Slow-Mo. How you doing tonight, Slow-Mo? You having a good one? Looking forward to this?
Oh, I am absolutely looking forward to it. You get Subarus on the track. You know I'm excited about that.
Absolutely. And then for our second commentator, we've got Sector 7's Racing's Tati in the house. Tati, how you doing
Hello,
tonight?
guys. I'm doing great. I love being here. Second Joker Series race for me. Let's do it.
Awesome, awesome. So for those that are new to this, the Joker Series is one where we run Joker laps, something that was actually invented during real life rallycross. So we're kind of going back to the roots here with the Catalunya Rallycross circuit here today. Joker lap is basically a little bit of extra track that you have to take for one or more of the laps, and it kind of throws a little bit of a wrench into things, adds a little bit of strategy to the race. At this particular track, there is no pit road, so we don't have pit strategy, but we will have that timing of when to take the Joker lap. So, with that being said, the Joker Series is sponsored by 4D Racewear. Let's hear a little bit from them. Thank you, Tati. From there, let's go to the round info and what we got going on today. Slow-Mo, can you take us through what the lobby settings are going to be? Oh, here we go. Technical difficulties. Everything you just said, Slow-Mo, was muted. I didn't have the Discord pulled up. So could you
Was I
run through
muted?
that one more time?
Yeah, let me run through it again. Now I'm warmed up. All right. So
Nice.
we've got the circuit of Barcelona here. The gentlemen are going to be running 30 laps. We have 2 Joker laps that have to happen there, as Sal mentioned. Can't be on the first, last, in or out lap. Not really relevant on the in or out laps. There's not a whole lot of strategy, as you'll see. There's no tire wear. These guys are on dirt tires. And then the 2 cars you have to choose from, you can take the Lancer GRB road car there, or if you're a smart man, you're going to be driving the Subaru WRX GRB road car.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And that brings us to the keys to the race. Some of the things to talk about are ways to be successful at this track. First off is to keep your cool. There's going to be a lot of drifting and sliding around and trying to maintain your car control. People are going to run into each other. This is not a long race, but an exhausting race. So it's a matter of just kind of keeping your head about you and keep going.
Yeah, my key to this race is really going to be momentum. It's something I've kind of picked up from Paco when you're talking about, rally races and rallycross. Keeping your momentum moving the right direction, really kind of helps you keep that speed up as you navigate some of these twists and turns and slips and slides and stuff. So you're going to see these guys doing a very good job as we've watched some practice in maintaining their momentum through these turns. So it's going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah, I've heard there are some heavy hitters in the room right now, and sort of related to momentum.
Did we lose
Keep
Tati?
in mind that.
There she is.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
You can hear me now. All right. Well, my key to the race is weight transfer. So these cars, these road cars, are like the GRB versions. They've got the hot motor and all the suspension and stuff, but ultimately they are heavier and they are less powerful. They're closer to a road car than race car. So keep in mind, they're going to move around a lot. They're not going to brake as well, and they're not going to accelerate as well as the actual rally car will.
All right, well, there we go. We've kind of got the whole setup here for this one. Looks like we've got 10 different drivers have shown up for split number 1. That might be a new record for the Joker series. We generally get more people as time goes on as we get into splits 2 and 3. But with that being said, I'm going to duck out, check in with the drivers, make sure everybody's ready to go, and get this thing underway. I will leave you guys in the hands of the commentators. Tati and Slow-Mo, you guys have the reins until the end of the broadcast, where I will come back with final reactions and to reveal next month's combo. Everybody's going to want to stick around for that one. I'm excited to release next month's combo. I think that's also going to be a fun one. So until then, I'm going to duck out, guys. Have fun commentating this one.
See you, Sal. Thank you. We appreciate you. So I guess, Slow-Mo, we have a couple of minutes here before we actually get started with the race. Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. And I think your key to the race is really important for these guys to consider. I mean, we kind of talked about it before the race. It's almost like a consumer version of the cars, which, that's such a cool thing to be able to get in what you think is like what an average driver is going to own and take it out on the track and race it against a bunch of other people in the same cars. Is this a combo that you enjoy, or do you feel more comfortable in the booth for this one?
Actually, I love the road cars and I love rally. I'm not good at it, but it's just so fun. It's so fun in the game that it really doesn't matter whether or not I'm good at it. But the road cars, specifically like the Group B, Group C road cars, etc., I think are very underappreciated in this game. So I'm excited about this combo.
Yeah, that's fun. I mean, I'm kind of with you. Like, I don't know that I'd be competitive with these guys. I'd love to race it, but I think we're about to have a pretty incredible show put on here for us. And I also believe the drivers are checking in. It's ready. Fire it up for us.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Let me know. I think one of the things that really excites me about this race and makes me want to get out there is the fact that there's no pit stop. There's not even a pit lane. Yeah. There's no tire wear. There's no fuel. So this will be 30 laps of just all out. Just why save anything, right? There's no reason to.
Right.
We might see maybe some of the wheel users start to tire out, especially like the direct drive folks. But we probably won't be able to tell, hopefully, from the booth. We'll just know that they're pushing as hard as they absolutely can.
That's a point I hadn't really considered, because it is absolutely exhausting driving these rally races on I mean, I've got a 923 and that's exhausting. Imagine somebody, you almost have to turn your direct drive down, take some of that force out of it, because man, that would be a workout.
Yeah, you turn it down and there's a point where I guess maybe it depends on the wheel. I don't have a lot of experience with direct drive wheels. I've only had the one. We are about to get started, guys, so I'll make this point later. Let's get on track. I want to see it. Okay, we got, yes, that's right. Jorge Sr., the current reigning NRL champion, is on the track. Sheldologist is on track. We got MD Hop, Moose. We Island Grown. There are some incredibly big names on this track right now. I think Sal has found a winning combination with this one. That's not how you do that, MD Hop. Oh, actually it is. I don't know that corner, apparently. I'm like, you're supposed to be turning right here. You're not. Wow. This livery is amazing. Who's this? Million Vertices, who we're not sure who that is.
Yeah, I'm not positive that it's a name that doesn't look familiar to me. So maybe just, some growth from either the PHG crew or just Sal all on his own.
Yeah, maybe. PhD's nasty with the booty sweat livery. I feel like I've seen that on another car before. Island Grown and Craig are keeping it classy. Just little block colors. Craig at least got some black contrast on there, and then Cold Tricker.
About the mellow yellow.
Yeah, mellow yellow with the big Joker Series logo on the side. I need a Joker livery. What car would
I know a guy that might be able to hook you up with one of those.
You know somebody? Wow.
Yeah. There's a guy. I think his name's Sal. He does pretty good liveries, though. You can check him out.
Interesting. Yeah. Please. Look at this synchronization between the top three. Moose just a little bit behind, but I don't expect him to be too far behind during the race. Man, you can really see everything that we were talking about here, especially your point, which is weight transfer. Or not weight transfer, but momentum. There are a lot of slow corners here that really aren't that slow at all. You really just want to keep the car moving.
Right. Well, and I think your and my points go very well together because you can't keep your momentum without managing your weight, your weight control.
Exactly that.
It's gonna shift from side to side, and it's all about knowing when to get it moving to the other direction and how to do that.
Yes, and honestly, I think a lot of it's going to come down to driving style as well, because as I recall, these road cars do allow you to adjust the differential or adjust the power distribution, as I recall. The transfer cables. They do. Okay, so they do. So, some folks will like more of a 50-50 power distribution. Some folks will want to send it to the back more, and maybe some weirdo out there has it thrown all the way to the front. I don't know. Weird track, weird cars, you never know what might work,
Yeah, it looks like Jorge's got a pretty strong time up here with his qualifying lap so far. He's a 44.349. To be expected. We know Jorge is going to do, a lot to set the pace for what these guys are going to have to keep up with. So he is doing no different. Looks like Moose has dipped into the pits there, maybe just getting himself a fresh beverage or checking it out. So he's got a 45.3 up there. Again, as we know, Moose is always going to be competitive with these guys.
Always, but even that is almost a second slower than Jorge, so I'm sure he wants to get back out there and bring it up close, but I think we're out of time. Well, no, not quite. We're at 3 minutes and 49 seconds, so he could get out there and do something different, maybe see where he can make up the time, but ultimately it doesn't matter if he stays in second, so we'll see what Cold Trickle does. Ooh, nasty all the way sideways. Don't worry about these tires. I won't need them for long.
No. They're going nowhere.
They are going nowhere. I mean, one thing about it, he's in 5th place, so he's doing pretty good, solidly midfield. And this looks like a decent lap, but he was in the red for that sector. But he's making it look pretty. I'll say that. He's making it look real good. Moose is back out. Out lap going down now. He's got 30 seconds to make that finish line, I think.
Yeah, I don't recall what the runoff there, but I know he's got a little bit of time. So with it being such a short lap, I'm sure he'll be able to get at least one in.
I think so. I
wouldn't imagine it's two. It's
no,
gonna cut
not
him
at all. This has got to be it. Am I seeing this correctly? Does it look like the tires are super skinny? They are super skinny on these cars. It's so funny. I don't think I've ever seen these cars with like dirt tires. We're always on racing slicks when we drive these.
Yeah, the GRPs are so cool, and to be able to have a track like this where you've got to make the transition, right? You're not even on dirt the whole time. You're driving on concrete and sliding on concrete at some point. So
with
that's a
contact patch at that. Yeah. Wow, amazing challenge again. Sal, an excellent job with this combination. We are finishing up qualifying now, and that's not the last corner how you do that, but we got Jorge up front with a 44.3. Once everyone is in, we'll read the full qualifying results to you. Moose is still on that final lap. Here he comes across the line, and he's not going to move. He's in 4th place. Cole and Sheldologist have gotten ahead of him. Is this a battle here? Nasty still trying to do something better than 6. He's got pushed down here by MD Hop. I think that was that, though. I don't think he was going to have a chance. 45-second runoff, as I recall. So, the results. Jorge Sr. with a 44.349 in first place. Cole Trickle right there with him in second with a 45.148. Sheldologist will be in third with a 45.178. By the way, Jorge's in the Lancer, Cole in the WRX, and Shell in the Lancer as well. So it's a sandwich. Moose is in fourth place in the WRX with a 45.324. In fifth, we've got MD Hop in the Lancer with a 45.655. In sixth place, PSG Nasty, we saw throwing it around in that WRX with a 46.170. And then in seventh place, Million Vertices in the Lancer with a 46.568. In eighth place, we're looking at Kreger in the WRX with a 46.674. And in ninth, Metal in the Lancer with a 46.764. I think that sounded like a tie. Anyway, in 10th, we're looking at Island Grown in the WRX with a 48.263. And finally, in 11th place, Rowdy Burns in the WRX with a 50.433. Sal, that is almost an even mix. That is like back and forth, like sandwiched, like WRX, Lancer, WRX, Lancer. This is excellent. This is the best. And your theory that the Subaru is superior, at least in qualifying trim, is proving to not quite be right. You have 2 more strikes left, okay?
That's fair. That's fair. We're going to have to see. That's why we run the race, right? So
that's why we
we'll
run
see
the
if
race.
Anybody can get ahead of Jorge in that Lancer. And, you know, I've seen Jorge drive the Lancers before. He knows them. I don't remember exactly what the previous race I saw him in a Lancer. I think it was one of the PHG choices, Lancer Subaru. He went Lancer. You know, I had to eat crow a little bit there, so it won't be a new thing if that's how it goes.
I'm a Falcons fan.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So we should be getting the race underway pretty soon here. 30 laps, all out. Again, no tire wear. If you're just joining us, there's no tire wear. There's no fuel usage. So these guys, these drivers will just basically be balls to the wall, if I could say that, for 30 laps around this very tight, very technical course. We saw qualifying, lots of door banging in quali. Imagine, you know, what it might be like when there's a checker flag on the line.
Yeah, we're gonna have our hands full for this one. I mean, it's. I got a feeling by the end of tonight we're going to be worn out from doing comms on these races here.
I was worn out in the last one. Sal I feel like Sal, you just be throwing me in the fire because first it was Le Mans in the rain, and now this. I talk to customers all day long. My voice, my poor little voice. Send me tea for my birthday.
And you know, Tati, I don't think we've ever worked together. This is the inaugural race right here.
Is it really? We've never
I'm pretty sure. No, you're on Saturdays and I'm on Fridays, and we never teamed up. So here we go. Yeah. Let's do this.
Let's do it. You know what? I think because I always watch the Friday broadcast, it feels like
it, right? Yeah, it feels like I've worked with you.
Grid start with false start check. Diabolical. Let's do it. Revving up, Jorge wanting to get a good start here. He won't have the inside. Oh my gosh, Cole Trickle with a slow start. There goes Moose ahead of him. Ooh, Moose gets bumped off track though, and so does Cole Trickle. Both of them off of the track. Nasty is up to second place. Couldn't get out of sixth in qualifying. He's been gifted this. Jorge is a little bit wide, or maybe that's just how Jorge does it to get the drive to go straight in the next part there. But MD Hop is now second. Nasty's fallen to fourth. Sheldologist is up to third. It's back and forth already. There's Sheldo. He's got Nasty right on his tail though. Nasty with a disgusting move on the inside on Sheldo. He's going to take third place and have the inside for the next corner. Actually doesn't need it. He's right ahead of him. I'm already sore. Island Grown into fifth, side by side with Kreger and Rowdy Burns for sixth and seventh in those almost twinsy Subarus, that classic blue there. I think that's Metal behind, trying to find an opening as well. We're already on lap 2. We got a spin. I thought I saw a traffic jam. Who is it?
P8 right now. Nasty was the one who had a spin. I'm not sure exactly what happened yet.
Well, look who's back there with him. Cole Trickle and Moose, both drivers who were contending at the top. We're here with, I think this is nasty. Yep, big penalty, half a second there. Oh, and he runs into the wall. He gets a little help getting into the wall. That completely spins him. Whoa, the physics are weird. But everyone passes him. That wasn't necessarily his fault. I think he might have been a bit close to the wall, maybe carrying a little less speed than he should have, but he got turned around sooner than he normally would have. Rowdy Burns is slow on the track. Maybe he's just had a spin in P11 here, but Rowdy Burns way back. Let's see what happened to him. He's in 10th place here. He just goes wide and gets stuck in the kitty litter. That's all that is. And
he got reset.
Ouch. Woof. Man, nothing worse than a reset after you've made it back on track, which he had. Jorge leads by 3.8 seconds, 4 seconds. Now Jorge is killing him. It's coordinating a little bit. Kreger is up to 4th place. Who did you just pass there? That was Metal. He's down to 6 now. Island Grown passes Metal as well, but he's carrying a penalty. Moose is in 7th. He's made his way back up to the midfield, and he's got a chance here. 3 wide. Oh, I think Island Grown got knocked off the track there, but he's okay. He's still right there with him. Metal is in 5th place. Moose does not get the position, and Island Grown doesn't lose too much, but he does lose some track position. There's Moose ahead, trying to find, Island Grown catches another half second there. Saw Moose trying to make a move on Metal again. This is that moment. He did get tapped. He did get tapped out wide. He's lucky to make it. I think you're seeing something live, Sal.
Back from 2 and 3, MD Hop and Kreger. I don't know if we can get a replay of it. MD Hop and both of them ended up with penalties. Something to, let's see if we have it. Yeah, okay, so you'll see MD Hop. That's Jorge. No, that might be after everything happened. Long story short, both of them got a little bit of wall, a little bit of kitty litter, a little bit of door banging. There was a lot of fun going on there, but sorry we couldn't catch that on the replay.
No problem. I'm sure we'll catch another moment like it, because I guess what we're learning is with such a tight track and some pretty strict penalty zones, not penalty, track limits, we're going to see a lot of this, right? You're going to get, maybe tapped out wide into a penalty. And certainly we've seen some people self-own, just trying to keep as tight a line as possible and picking up penalties. Ooh, Moose with an excellent corner there. He's up to 5th place. He was in 7th last time we checked. So he is making his way up, but he's almost 17 seconds behind Jorge. It's only lap 5 though. It's only lap 5, and Jorge, as well as he is doing, this just feels like one of those tracks, slow, that like anybody can make a mistake and it can be devastating.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, it's so easy. I mean, whether it be a penalty, just a wall tap, you saw Jorge in qualifying come around that last turn and just didn't quite get it right. That happens when you're slinging a car around like this. So maybe these guys will get lucky and Jorge will make a mistake, but I think that's what it's going to take.
That's right. We just watched Moose lose a position to Metal there. I mean, he really is letting that car get super sideways on him. I think maybe it's not his MO. I think he was just there, and it's a pendulum effect, right? We talked about weight transfer, and eventually that just slowed him down. He was often more perpendicular to the where the track was going than he was headed straight, and Metal just had the better overspeed. Metal into 3rd place now, with Moose right behind him. I think somebody just lost the position. Moose with a half-second penalty, and he's going to lose a couple positions here as Kreger sneaks by. No, not quite. Moose had the better run out of that corner. He does just maintain his position, but he's going to have to serve that penalty at some point. Kreger probably a little frustrated, but maybe just stay close and wait for the opportunity. It's going to come to you. It's going to be free.
Yeah, Tati, looking through the field here, this is where we want to watch. I mean, the other guys are a little bit more spread out, but what's this battle for 3, 4, 5, 6, and kind of 7?
That's right.
Million vertices in 8th isn't totally out of it either if somebody loses it.
No, he's not, and Metal just lost it for himself. He picked up a 1-second penalty. Moose has served his half-second, maintained 4th place, and is right there with Metal. He's gonna go ahead and challenge here, see if he can get a better run out of this corner, and right ahead of it, right with him is Sheldologist, trying to make some room for himself, but Metal is going to have, he's defending really hard there, kind of knocks Moose a little bit out of the way. Look at all this door banging, and somehow nobody has touched a wall slow-mo. Metal loses 2 positions, and he's probably going to lose more when he serves that 1 second penalty. This is Kreger we're on board with. Who was that? I'm sorry. That was Kreger making a move on Metal, but somebody just flew around everybody. Is that MD Hop?
I think it was Shell.
There's MD Hop.
Oh, Joker lap.
I see. Okay, I was like, what just happened? Okay, I forgot the Joker lap is on. So MD Hop is taking at least one that we know of. Ooh, big traffic jam here, and that is a problem for a lot of racers. I see Sheldologist up to 3rd, so he is benefited, but Metal down to 5th, 6th now. He gets a little bit of a knock by Kreger, and another one by Million Vertices. Wow, Metal being pushed around a little bit here. I wonder if maybe he caused a little bit of mayhem when he took his penalty, but do we have a replay? There's Metal in 6th place. He's already served his penalty, it seems. Or maybe not. I think sometimes penalties don't show in the replays. There's the traffic jam is ahead of him. That's Sheldologist. That was pretty ugly there.
Yeah, it looks like everybody got a little something on that one, didn't they?
Yeah, just a little bit. That corner is trouble. That corner needs a name. Ooh, who's that out there? I think that's Cole. In the green and black livery. Yeah, that was Cole Trickle way out there. Or no, maybe that was Million Vertices.
That Million Vertices is in the monster livery. Cole's got the what's that one? The mellow yellow.
Yeah, all I saw was a flash of green, so I wasn't sure which of the 2 cars it was, but somebody just lost out. Sheldologist into 3rd. Moose has made his way back up into 2nd place now. That's crazy. Metal, how did Metal get a 1.5 second penalty? Did you see that?
I didn't catch where he got it. No, I was watching what we've got here on screen, and as we see Moose, who's making his way up, trying to close that gap from Jorge, but my gosh, is that an 18-second gap that Jorge has now after 11 laps? That's serious.
It is, and it's most of 19 seconds, actually. It's 18.6, hitting 18.8 sometimes. Ooh, Moose with a little bit of a wall touch there, but I think he's all right. But look at this car control. Moose is, oh my gosh, clipping the apex perfectly. It's down to 14.7 seconds. It's going to rubber band. It's going to yo-yo, like I just said that, and immediately jump back to 15. But if anybody can catch Jorge, it's Moose. He's looking really, really good out here, and he just needs an opportunity. He's already built up, his own opportunity as far as not having any more cars ahead of him. Now maybe he needs a little bit of help from the racing gods to catch Jorge. There's Kreger. He looks slow. It looks like he just got passed by MD Hop. We have a replay. Kreger in 4th place, keeping it nice and tight here. Up, yep.
Oh,
invisible wall. Oof. Friendly wall, unfriendly wall.
So much for that momentum.
So much for that, right? You see how that wall just jumped out of him? That's crazy. Why did they give those
surprise?
That is crazy. Metal has maintained his position at least in the mid-pack. We've seen a lot of penalties. We've seen a lot of argy-bargy. And while it hasn't really resulted in sustained movement up the field, oh, he's 7th. That was weird.
He just did his Joker lap. That's what happened. That's
what happened. Yep. I can't tell with these camera angles sometimes.
Well, there's so much going on. My God.
Yes, exactly. But my point is that he's just staying where he's at, and maybe if he could be a little more consistent, he's find his way up front. It looks like it's open season for anybody. Just keep it on track and out of the walls. Ooh.
Yeah, and as you can see, yeah, they're getting into the walls here. I mean, shout out to Moose. He was back as far as 8th place off that start, so he has really made a good comeback. As we look up, and I'm not sure exactly who that was. We're watching MD Hop. There's Nasty. You see him swinging wide. MD Hop's closing in on Metal now, and Nasty is right back on him. This is a pretty good battle here for, you'll see, for 8, 9, 7, 6. These guys are fighting.
Oh man, this is amazing, and I think that might be, let's see, Nasty, ahead of MD Hop into 8th place there. MD Hop went a little, and Nasty into the wall, I think. Was that a wall touch, or no? He's okay. Just stalled a little bit, got it, but he's right back on top of Metal here. What kind of acceleration is he getting out of that thing? Metal in danger, I would say, here by Nasty. I think we've seen Nasty be really quick I think the opportunity just needs to present itself for him.
Yeah, he's doing really good getting out of that turn, although he did get himself a half-second penalty. The Island Drones also got a half-second penalty. I think Island just served it, so his is gone. But man, it's so easy to just get one little pixel out and boom, half-second on you.
That's right, man. That penalty zone is nothing, though, huh? Like we just watched what's it, Cole take his penalty there, and
right,
and you just saw the nose of the car dip, and then immediately you have to brake for the next corner anyway. We are halfway through. Jorge just started lap 16, and he's 13.2 seconds ahead of Moose. So Moose is absolutely catching. Is he catching fast enough though?
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to have time, but man, he has made some serious ground up on Jorge.
He definitely has, and he's not really safe because Sheldologist is really on his tail as well. Like the biggest gap is between Sheld and Kreger, but I think Sheld is like maybe 5 seconds or less behind Moose at this point. So Moose still has to watch his back and keep his pace up. What just happened?
Let's see. I think Sheld I think he ran his Joker lap. He does have a 1.5 second penalty, so that's going to slow him down a little bit. He's going to be serving that on the next lap.
Yes, yeah, not what he wants there, obviously. Do you know, or have you noticed if Jorge and Moose have taken their Joker laps yet?
I have not caught. I feel like we have seen Moose run his, but I think he ran his one early. Keep in mind, they got to run two. I should have had a Joker Series tracker up. Mark who's done it and who hasn't. I'm sure Sal's going to have his handfuls validating that. But as we say that, I think Moose just did a Joker lap there. So I don't know if that's his second, though.
Right, got it. Well, I mean, honestly, even if we were tracking and writing it down, there's just so much going on that we wouldn't even see all of them. You've had a keen eye to catch them when they're on that Joker lap. Obviously, I'm just not familiar enough with this track, and I got to do better. It's me. I'm the problem.
Well, and it's hard to see because it's kind of right where you just saw a bunch of cars going through, and the Joker lap is just a little further. Here we go. Here's Metal taking it. You'll see he's going to come back in.
Yeah, and when you see it, the cameras, it's so tight there. The camera's tightly zoomed in on the car, too. So it's kind of hard to... All you see is those curbs are spa-colored curbs, and that's what you... Rowdy Burns in 10th place. He's had kind of a quiet race. I think it's pretty spread out at the back of the field. I think Jorge's coming up on traffic here, though. 18 laps in, and there's Islet Grown in 9th place, 8th place, actually. So he's actually passed a couple of people already who were traffic. What are the blue flag rules for the Joker Series? I believe they are in effect, but not necessarily in game, right?
Yeah, I don't know that the blue flags come out quite to the same extent on these specific tracks. And it sounds like the flag rules are actually turned off for Joker Series. So, Jorge's going to have to fight his way through the field. And I don't know if I was Island Grown, I'm certainly not letting him by. Give Moose a hand, maybe.
Yeah, no, if there's no, I knew there was no blue flags on the track, but if the Joker Series doesn't have like a blue flag enforcement clause here, then absolutely not just letting Jorge go. But it would be fun to back him up, right? See what happens when you back him up against the rest.
Yeah, back him up a little.
Ooh, there's Jorge into the wall. There's one of those mistakes that we said that Moose needs, and let's see what that's going to do for Moose. He's 10.8 seconds away now. That time isn't moving, though, so let's see what it really ends up being. Yeah, it's going down. Jorge with just a wall tap where he didn't want one there. He's got to accelerate uphill right after that, and that gives Moose a little bit of time for free. He's going to hit traffic, too, though. Right, I mean, he's going to have kind of the same issue that Jorge has, though he might hit them in more favorable spots. Jorge is stuck behind Cole, or was stuck behind Cole in a pretty cramped part of the track, just really narrow.
So I've been watching a little bit of Moose. I mean, the gap's pretty much where it's been, and you make a really good point. Moose would have to then navigate through the same traffic Jorge has passed in order to catch him. And Jorge's doing, the same gap and doing that while he's navigating traffic. So that's saying something.
It absolutely is, and we just watched Nasty make yet another fantastic pass on Million Vertices. He's pretty good in those slower corners, and he just picks up a penalty. It's so crazy. You can't even see where he picks it up. I mean, you're right. It's like a pixel off, and boom, you're slapped with one. What we've noticed though is that it doesn't slow you down that much in the moment. If somebody's behind you, they're probably not going to take a position off of you, but they add up. They still add up. You're still breaking that fraction of a second sooner than you would for that corner naturally, and into the kitty litter, and we've kind of seen the results, right? Nasty has not been able to improve up the field, just like Metal hasn't been able to. He's down in 9th right now, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you're watching these guys, you know, when they're on, man, it's synchronized drifting. It looks so good. But, you know, you said it earlier, so easy to make a mistake. We've seen the penalties have been so costly. As we see Jorge actually clip the wall a little bit. Yeah, yes. That's going to slow him down quite a bit. I'm pretty sure that gap is down 3 or 4 seconds for Moose now at this point. And I say it's down 3. Yeah, 6.3. Moose does have a half-second penalty, but to your point, that's not going to slow him down too terribly much.
Jorge desperate to get past these drivers. Million Vortices is going to tap the wall just a little bit, which might give Jorge the clearance he needs, but you can see a little bit of desperation in him to get around and just make the move and hope that it sticks. I think he recognizes that gap is closing, and he knows he can't afford to get stuck behind these cars, because then Moose will be right there. And that's the last thing he wants to do. So he wants to put as many cars between himself and Moose as possible. I think I just got a note from the producer. What was that?
Moose has got clean air right now. I mean, he's kind of all by himself trying to catch this group that Jorge has just worked through. They did a really good job holding Jorge up. So as you see now, that gap is down below 6 seconds, 5.4 for Moose, and dropping.
That's right. And, you know, obviously we have it. Oh, Sheldologist with the style. Yes. Wow, that was fantastic. Anyway, sorry. I had to clip that. Anyway, Moose, every time we've looked at him, he's just had clean air. Like, I'm sure he's passed people. Let's watch Shell do this. Yeah, baby. He knows exactly where to put that car. He's steering in the air. Nobody else is doing that. Maybe not as tight as he could have been right there, but we'll still give it to him, you know, and he's still in podium contention, doing it for the points at this point.
Yeah, carrying that momentum, buddy. Look at that. That was a work of art. I love watching a guy that knows how to swing a car around like that. It's so much fun.
Agreed. I think rally car drivers are the best drivers in the world. I love you guys, you Formula One drivers, but like, let's be real. You know what I mean? Like, let's just have a moment and be real. It's definitely the WRC, folks.
Yeah, I've been to a couple in real life, and I mean, it's incredible to see these guys rock and roll through some of the, you know, most people wouldn't even drive through there. Not only are they driving through, they're doing it at, you know, 70, 80 miles an hour.
They're like catching massive amounts of air in those cars. You know, they're running a track or course or whatever you want to call it, a route rather, that maybe they've gotten like one time to practice it so that their co-driver can make notes. It's insane, right? Yeah. I almost had the opportunity to co-drive for a friend of mine in the North American Rally Association. I can't remember exactly what the acronym is, but unfortunately the budget stopped budgeting, so we weren't able to make it, but I'm hoping maybe this upcoming season I'll get an opportunity, because that'd be a ton of fun. That would be
awesome.
Yeah, and I got a little bit of a taste. Oh, Moose has cleared the... How Moose is like a hot, nice in butter right now. I don't understand how he's just teleporting his car through 5 other cars and now is even closer. He's actually even closer to Jorge than he was before he hit the traffic. Moose is putting on a clinic right now. Only 4 laps left though. It's already lap 27 of 30. We've been having so much fun, Slow-Mo. I didn't even realize we're almost at the end.
They go fast.
It does go fast. So Moose, Moose, you are running out of time. I think Jorge may be clear of traffic as well. No, I think that's him up there. He's got a couple of cars ahead of him, heading towards the more narrow parts of the track. So maybe this will be more of an opportunity for Moose. There's Sheldologist with a huge stall there, but still holding on to third. His gap to Kreger behind him is like 25 seconds. He could probably do donuts a couple of times and be okay.
Yeah,
Don't do it though.
Jorge has gotten past Nasty, and it looks like Moose actually just got a little paint trading with Nasty, trying to get by him there. So it looks like the slow traffic is a huge factor here as Moose gets
think
Nasty
that
out of the way, maybe.
That felt like I don't know, like they did some. I'm sorry, I had to see it again.
Vigilante justice.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Which we don't endorse.
There. We not? You're right. We don't endorse vigilante justice. Yeah, but that felt like they focus grouped that, and the decision was made long before we got the camera on him. But Moose is still in second place somehow, but I think he's given up the ghost on getting first. He had a different goal in mind there. I do wish we could see what originally happened. I mean, Nasty picked up a penalty from it. We've seen Nasty, get into it with some other drivers. Been a lot of door banging with him. There's Moose with his 1 second penalty, which, he's actually behind Sheldologist. I think he had to take a joker. So Moose will be in third for now. Final lap, here's Jorge Sr., who's managed to hold on to first there. That car behind him is not someone who's in contention with him. So Jorge is going to cross this line with 12.8 seconds of room or thereabouts. What did we just see? Yeah. Well, Jorge,
it went from 3 seconds to 14 seconds. And, obviously we saw Moose was getting into it a little bit with Nasty that slowed him down. So, Sheldo was even able to get past him. Here he is, Jorge, coming across. Wow, what a clinic he ended up putting on. He definitely has competition for the next race.
He does. Ooh, and a little wall tap there, but I think he has to know that he wasn't safe. It was close. A decision was made that gave him more safety. I think maybe Moose wouldn't have had enough time unless Jorge had an issue, but I think for the next round, may run into something. Moose hitting us with a little bit of talent, some tricks there. A little bit of rallycross banana ball, if you will.
Yeah, you don't see any yellow flags coming out here either, do you?
No, none. No yellows.
No, none of that.
No, nothing. Just race on, and I love it. And that's what we saw. We saw a whole lot of all out getting it done during that race, and I'd like to see more of that, please. And
we will. We will. Yes. That's the first of a few. So those of you guys out there watching, you want to get in here and give this a try, you should do that. If you want to be in the finals, you had to have signed up earlier. However, you can still get in these lobbies here and jump in with these guys. Oh, I'm sorry. There was no sign up. My apologies. So it sounds like you are still able to jump in and get in here.
That's right. Good job saving the replay, Sal. Caught that. We see you. A responsible producer. Slow-mo, would you mind reading the results of this race for us, please?
Oh, absolutely. So we saw Jorge come in with the victory here on our first Joker Series race this evening. You've got PHG Sheldologist coming in P2. He did have a little bit of a penalty there, but we saw a lot of those throughout the race. Moose ended up in P3 after making the decision to take out a little bit of aggression there on Nasty. Kreger came in P4. I will say you have a Lancer at the top, a Lancer in second. WRX is third, fourth, and fifth. Cold Trickle coming in P5 there. Then you have Million Vertices in P6 in the Lancer. Island Grown with the WRX coming in P7. P8 went to Nasty in the WRX. Then we have Metal, who ended up in P9. We saw him up as far as, second, third, maybe? Ended up back a little bit further in the field there. VIP Rowdy Burns in the WRX in P10, and MD Hop in P11 in the Lancer. He did not finish.
Thank you. I think a good mix of the cars there, but a little bit more bunched up than qualifying for sure, because quali was literally every other car was different until 10th and 11th place. 2 Lancers up top. but then a good smattering of WRXs, and I do believe that we would have had a WRX also on the second podium there. I think, yeah, you know, we had a moment.
Yeah,
We had a little moment of
yeah.
self-policing.
I think Moose was right there, and he had a chance to put that WRX up a little higher on the podium, and it didn't work out this race. But I'm sure he's going to be able to represent on the next one.
Oh, no question, absolutely. Driver of the race. Do you have one, Slow Mo?
Oh man, do I got to go first? Um, I'm going to pick Sheldologist. I think Jorge is the easy choice here. Sheldologist really did a good job. We saw him pretty far back in the field.
Yeah.
Had he not have gotten by Moose, it would have been Moose. So I think Moose is the honorable mention. And shout out to Moose. I hope you're feeling a little bit better. Being out there on track right now is impressive to me after what Moose had been through. But I am going to give this one to Sheldologist. Probably Moose for the next, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, Sheldo definitely represented, kept it pretty much up. Once he was up front, he pretty much stayed there. So well done by him. And yeah, it's gonna be Moose. Like I said, hot knife through butter. I mean, just an invisible assassin. It felt like, because I don't think we actually saw him pass anyone. He would just have a smaller number next to his name every time we looked at him. So Moose is going to be my driver of the race, and we should get some votes soon here for driver of the race from the chat. We're going to go to break, guys. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes here. See you soon.
Cutting through the air, every nerve alive. The world's a blur of
lose control. Joker's laughing, it's a fight for my soul. Blood on the track, sweat in my eyes. Keep on racing till the day that I die. Faster, harder, break the line. Steal the crown, it's towards time. Joker's chaos is the only way. Live for the race, no tomorrow to die.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for hanging on for us here. We are coming in for the second of our 2 races. However, let's talk about our poll for the driver of the race first. Let's see what those results were. It looks like Sheldologist is the winner with 78% of the vote. Jorge got 11%, and Moose got 11%. Sheldologist, you did that. I think it was the jump. I think it was catching that on camera, you know?
Yeah, that and the smooth driving. I mean, Shell is definitely becoming a fan favorite nowadays.
I know. You hear his name all the time in the broadcast, NRL streams and other broadcasts. So he's doing a fantastic job here. Let's see. Sponsors today. We're gonna go to our sponsors. Makers of the ultimate sim racing shoes and custom apparel designed for sim racing by sim racers. 40 sim racing shoes are custom engineered to connect racers to the pedal in a way no other racing shoe can, and still provide all the comfort needed for those double and triple stints. Visit 40racewear.com and check out the original racing gloves for your feet. All right, so coming in, let's take a look at our round info. This is the second of our 2 exhibition races, and looks like it's about the same thing. Slow-mo, do you mind reading out to the people what how the race goes?
Yeah, happy to. So we are here at Barcelona. Again, this is a 30-lap race. These guys have to run 2 different Joker laps within their 30 laps. It's a lot to keep up with, but you can kind of get a little visualization of where the Joker lap is there as you see the guy driving by the cones. They have to run 2 of them. They can't do it on the last lap. It can't be an in or an out lap. There's really no pits here, so don't expect to see any of those. There is no tire wear. These guys are running dirt tires. There's no fuel. So it's run what you brung. And they are in the Lancer GRB road car or the WRX GRB road car. Kind of like the consumer models. So really cool vehicles to see these guys door banging around out here.
They're incredibly cool vehicles. Definitely, if you haven't had a chance to drive any of the road car versions of the race cars in Gran Turismo, check them out. We're going to go to qualifying soon. There's 5 minutes of qualifying. And slow-mo, the last quality was pretty exciting. We saw some door banging, even quality, a lot of side-by-side action, just a small track. I think, and I didn't think before, that is a factor here in trying to get yourself a good track position.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, there's not a lot of room here, right? And when you're sliding your car sideways, it takes up a lot more space even. So you can't really squeeze through anywhere most of the time. You got to kind of push your way through if you've got that momentum and can do it. So if somebody's really on a flyer on the qualifying, don't be surprised to see him try and take an inside line on somebody and just kind of slide on by. That's really maybe the best route to take.
Yeah, we've seen it a couple of times in the race and in qualifying. I think everything that you just said kind of brings together all 3 of our points to the race. Salamander's point was, don't sweat it, take it easy. Part of that is, not just hucking it, right? Keep a tight line as needed. Focus on your braking, your acceleration lines. It does matter, and be patient. And keep your momentum, to your point, right? It's not as easy to keep your momentum if you can't swing it out as sideways as you want to. You do have to slow down a little bit more and try to get on the gas quicker than you probably normally would. And then of course, weight transfer. How do you do any of that? Is knowing how the weight of the car is going to move.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those that takes some practice. And, I speak from experience. Before the race started, I jumped in there and I ran a couple laps. And, these guys are running, what, 45-second laps? I was probably twice that to get around this track, without knowing exactly what I was doing or how to hit the apex or when to send the car sliding. So, this is not one you just get to jump in and go, oh yeah, no problem. I'll run this all day. Unless you're somebody like a Hawko who's really got some of that track knowledge here. I mean, he knows those apexes very well. So just kind of looking at the drivers that we're going to see here, I don't see any too crazy. It looks like Jorge may be taking a race off. So, opportunity for Subaru to take up that top spot. Expect these guys to do what they did in the last race. And they're going to fight for every position. They don't want to lose this race. Nobody ever does. So I expect to see these guys running rough.
I do too, definitely. I mean, with this being such a small track, every corner and every apex does matter. To your point, you can't really jump into this and not know where you're going. You're going to be slow. The shorter the track, the less opportunity you have to mess up, because your differences in time are just too small. That's why I love races around like Miyabi in slow cars, because it really is a matter of like hundredths of a second, between first and sixth place, seventh place. It's always a good time there. We should see a lot of that here. We're going to go onto the track because qualifying is starting. Again, it's a 5-minute qualifier. These drivers should get a decent amount of laps. And if they're clean laps, they should do well, Slow-Mo.
Yeah, I would think so. And, keep in mind the other thing we saw play a huge factor in last race was the penalties. So I don't know that they played as big of a factor in qualifying, but I think they were still a factor.
I agree. I don't think we saw nearly as many in qualifying as we did in the race. Some of that may have just been, people trying to get whatever edge that they could get. And maybe some of that was, folks being nudged. It only took a little bit of one wheel being too far over and you were picking up a penalty. And there's just not that much space on a lot of the parts of this track. The dirt section, for sure, is super narrow in a lot of places.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm just kind of looking through the field. I don't know if we have any new faces here. We do. We have PHGGZRGRZ. That's a mouthful. Oh, sorry. That is Geezer Gears. Oh, okay. And then it looks like Mr. Racing is made an appearance. Wait a second. Hold on. DKG was not in the first race. Is that Viking King Gaming? The man, the myth, the legend has joined up into the Joker series here. And if you're looking for something really cool to check out, look at his interview series. It's definitely an inspiration for the interview series I've started doing. He is doing a very good job with that as we watch him navigate through this. I think he picked the Mitsubishi, but that's all right. I still love him.
The instant disappointment in your voice was wow. Right now, I was about to say Sheldo up top, but Nasty just dethroned him by just a little bit, but both of them into the 45. So Nasty with a 45 flat, Sheldologist with a 45-4, and more movement up and down the line here as folks start to get some 46s and lap times start coming in. Ooh, Million Vertices, that one's going to be slow. That's not how you do that there, but Million Vertices, you have a few more laps to try. We're just a little bit over 2 minutes into our 5-minute quali.
Yeah, and you saw Million Vertices has got a little bit of rash on the car there, so he's using those walls since he's getting around that corner, doing everything he can to try and keep that momentum. Walls don't help, unfortunately, but, it's inevitable in this one.
It absolutely is. And Sheldologist just improved his time, but doesn't touch Nasty just yet. Maybe gains a 10th on him, but so far, Nasty with that 45 flat is doing great, but he is stuck behind Sheldologist here. So unless Sheldo is going really, really fast, it probably means Nasty's not going to improve his lap time, which, you know, just give Sheldo another chance to see if he can dethrone him. Island Grown in third here with that black on black livery. He's changed it out. He was yellow before, decided that wasn't working out. Let's see what I can do with
And that's the Joker lap that he just ran there. And just that extended little section was where the Joker lap is.
Got it. Yes. Okay. So we just saw what that looks like there for Metal. Sets a new record. He's up in the 7th place here. So Metal, you saw fight really hard in the mid pack there. Maybe got into just too much trouble. Couldn't improve. I'm sure they'd love to be outside of the mid pack this time around. We're looking at Cole Trickle in 5th place now. Do you remember where Cole where he qualified in the last one?
No, I don't remember where he qualified. I feel like it was mid-pack, though.
Got it.
He had a good race, we saw. And actually, quick correction, Viking King is in the Subaru.
Ah, well, look at that. One of your faves in the Subaru. I'm not familiar with Viking King, but I'm happy to, can't wait to see his racing here.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have to check out his interviews.
Nice. Metal with a new livery that's purple now. I love that folks are changing liveries between stints. That's kind of
I'm a big fan of that purple.
They are required to change cars between stints. How could I have forgotten that? That's why we have different liveries here. So everyone will have flip-flops. How can I forget that? We literally talked about that in the beginning.
Yeah, and that's such a cool, you know, you could run all night, but you don't get to run the same car over and over and over again.
Well, I do like the challenge there. The cars drive a little bit differently. I've always thought the Lance was a little bit more nimble, at least in GR3 and GRB guys. I couldn't tell you for sure if that's the same as a road car, but I would imagine the philosophy carries over. But just barely. It's just barely, you know, got that edge.
Yeah, I'm looking at Nasty's car, and he's got his kind of dropped down. He's, you know, got no fin on it. That's a good look for, you know, even though it's a Lancer.
It does look good, but I do wonder how it's affecting him. I mean, if you're bottoming out all the time, this is Rallycross after all. Sure, that's a tarmac component, but you're hitting jumps. You are hitting bumpy parts of the track, and ultimately, this isn't real life. It is digital. Not every single bump and undulation is necessarily represented visually. You don't know if you're hitting the hump that's causing you to bottom out or something like that sometimes.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, interesting choice to run it so low, but definitely stylish. And ultimately, this is just good fun. So why not bring the drift car out to hang out with your friends and recognize you're going to have to fix it all next weekend. So here are our classified results, and it's a lot more bunched up here. So in first place, we have Nasty, who could not be knocked down in that Lancer. I guess that's his strong car with a 45 flat there. In second place, Sheldo in the WRX got a 45.435. Cole Trickles in third, also in the WRX with a 45.647. Island Grown will take fourth place with a Lancer Evo with a 45.862. In fifth place, we're looking at Kreger in the WRX with a 46.276. Geezer Gears in sixth place with the WRX. He's got a 46.331, and Metal, who is here with the last race in seventh place now with the WRX, got a 47.052, and in eighth place, Viking Racing, also in the WRX with a 48.214. Looking to the rear here, in ninth place, Million Vertices switched to the WRX, and he's got a 48.765. And then in 10th place, you've got my teammate, S7R, Mr. Racing, in the WRX, but he set no time. Does that mean he's not racing?
Yeah, I was.
He left.
I was wondering.
Mr. Racing, how could you not be racing? Well,
okay.
So much for the S7R rep. It'll be in the booth. It'll be in the booth, repping for the team. I saw a lot of PHG drivers out there. Everyone else is out here. S7R's in the booth. Slow-mo, predictions for this race? I mean, at this point, it's now, you know, it's a gang. You know, it's not fair.
Yeah, I mean, you know, no Moose, no Jorge. I think it's kind of anybody's race, to be honest with you. Obviously, we saw, Nasty was able to put a very good qualifying lap up, and I think starting position is going to play a very important factor. As you saw in that last race, if he can get out away from people and let people do their door banging, but he's out in clean air, he might be home free. That's really seems to be the strategy Jorge went with, and it served him very well.
It did. I was going to say that's how Jorge did it. And really, he didn't put a foot wrong until he started hitting traffic, which is something that is inevitable when you're that fast. Nasty's lap is a little bit slower, and we've seen Nasty have some issues with consistency throughout the race. So his experience may vary. He may not hit, traffic where he's lapping folks, though he probably will. It's a small track, but lots of opportunities for everyone. You're right. I think it's more anybody's race, but there are way more WRXs out there this time around. I think Team Lancer is going to have to do their best to represent.
Yeah, the Lancers have an uphill battle here with all the WRXs on track, to your point. And, somebody that you I think is a wild card is Viking King Gaming. I mean, he's a very fast driver. Whether or not he knows his track, I can't say, but he's got potential to put some pressure on people. He's going to race hard. He's going to race fast. So expect to watch him trying to climb up the field early on in the race.
Okay. I'll look forward to that for sure. I mean, whether he knows the track or not, he didn't race in the previous race. So Who knows what's, it may not be warmed up, but over 30 laps, it goes fast, but you get kind of used to it. You figure it out, you find a rhythm. And if that rhythm doesn't get broken up, maybe we'll see him up front. I kind of still want to be on this track with these drivers. But for now, we'll just watch. We're about to get started here. Again, this is a grid start with a false start check. So basically a drag race to turn 1, and you can't hit the gas too soon. There we go. A familiar view here with the Lancer on the top and then a WRX right next to it. The lights are about to go off. Cold Trickle got a bad launch last time around. This time he's doing okay. He retains 4th place, though I think Island Grown got out ahead of him. And Nasty out wide, as is Sheldologist. He will lose the position, and that brings Island Grown right into 2nd place. 2 Lancers here. Oh, he had a tap. He tapped Nasty, though. Nasty goes out wide. Island Grown now picks up 1st place. Sheldo remains in 3rd. Behind him is Metal up into 4th place. Million Vertices in 5th, and we're going to see Nasty take 1st place back. Sheldo will take 2nd as Island Grown goes way too wide, but he should have a run into the next corner, and does. He's going to get 2nd place back from Sheldo. Just luck there for him to be able to get the run out of the corner, but he does lose 1st place. Oh, Sheldo challenging, touching, trying to make space for himself into this next turn, but he will have to end up settling for 3rd. For now, Nasty can only hope that these 2 get to fighting behind him and continue to do so. They are door to door, side by side, and they've got to figure out if they're going to do something. Sheldo's deciding, I'm doing something now. He takes 2nd place when Island Grown goes out a little bit wide, and behind them, I think, is that Metal with the penalty? It is Metal with a half-second penalty. Kreger right behind him. He's going to take his Joker lap. So a couple people take Jokers. That's Kreger and a few more folks jumping in and creating even more traffic, of course, right in the middle there. Who's this? Off track, kind of. That is Viking Racing. He's down to 9th place. Slow-mo, please say something.
Yeah, Viking King was actually as far up as 4th. And obviously you saw some of the chaos going on as we watched Nasty make a nice slide around that corner. There has so much been going on in the beginning of the race. I mean, you had it under control. I didn't even know where to jump in, but watching Sheldo start to put a little bit of pressure here on Nasty, Island was right there with him, and I missed whether he ran a Joker lap or not, but we did see a lot of people that have picked that box already. As you take a look, here goes Geezer Gears and Cold Trickle, who are going to get their Joker lap in. And there is Metal.
For both of them. I think they
knocking out 2 already. Wow, yeah. That'll put them in a good position as they head up wide on that next turn. It is, they almost kind of matched there. As you see Island Grown coming back on track. I don't know exactly where he was coming from, but he might have just drifted wide a little bit. He's got a half-second penalty.
That doesn't look like the Joker lap section.
No, I don't think so. Let's see if we can see what happened. He's swinging it, and yep, just lost it a little bit back into the kitty litter.
I feel like he's kind of looking at this time around. You know, getting up to second place early on in the race there was really more about other drivers kind of messing it up, and he kind of hugged it the right way, ended up in second. But I could just tell by the way he was driving behind Nasty that he was probably going to end up losing it, and did. Our front end is completely different. First of all, we got a ton of penalties in the mid-pack, but up front it looks completely different. Sheldo's in first, Nasty's in second, Krager's in third, Cold Trickle is in fifth, Metal is who's that up in fourth place there, but Cold Trickle with a pretty big penalty, 1.5 seconds. I think, you think that's enough to lose the position where the penalty line is?
I think it is. Well, Into the Wall is going to give it away, unfortunately, so hopefully he doesn't lose another one to P7, which would be Viking King Gaming, but it looks like he probably will.
He probably will. Got it to the wall there. I think Geezer Gears almost got into it himself there. You know, just people getting caught out by that wall, but he does end up making the pass over Viking Racing here. So Viking back where he started in 8th place. Oh, and catches the wall. We saw a couple of people clip exactly that wall there. You see another Joker lap getting taken in the background. Viking just hanging it out, just having a good time now. There's the replay, clips the wall, gets another tap to throw him off, and I wonder if Island Grown actually wanted to take his Joker there, whoever that was. But Viking Racing gonna have to make his way back up. Sheldo is up front by a good amount, Slow-Mo.
Yeah, he's got himself a pretty good gap over Nasty. I don't know, you know, I guess we didn't really talk about the opportunity that Sheldologist has. Obviously took second place in that last race, so you take Jorge out of the mix, maybe we overlook the obvious there.
Yeah, I mean, he held it down in the last race, and of course, Moose just, you know, was seeing red, literally and figuratively, you know, made his way from pretty much the back all the way up to the front before the halfway mark. Metal gets into it with Island Grown there, who's back in the 4th place. So Island has gotten some favorable moments on the track I see here, but this race seems to be a little wilder than the other one. We're still at the start though. I think the other one kind of started like this too, Slow-Mo, like people just kind of getting their bearings, a lot of argy-bargy before folks kind of figured it out.
Yeah, and it looks like Sheldo has gone ahead and run his Joker lap, so you'll see that Nasty was able to get by him while he did that. Man, to your point, you almost have to. You got to run elbows out in the beginning. Everybody's bunched together. I don't know how else you would get a little bit of room for yourself without making it.
That's very fair. You're absolutely right. You got to make the space. And Nasty has not been able to keep the space between himself and Sheldo. I actually wonder if that's how Sheldo even got into first place there, if Nasty had run a Joker. I don't think we were watching them when it happened, so maybe they've both run one each, who knows. Ooh, Sheldo fastest in that sector behind Nasty. Definitely trying to hang this thing out. These things have no rear wing. They don't have the same arrow as the GRB car. I didn't even realize that. As far as the Subaru goes, it looks like the Mitsu has a rear wing, but
I think they took them off, honestly.
You think they took them off on purpose?
Yeah, because there's the Subaru with the wing.
One.
Yeah.
No way. What? Do you just feel like, hey, there's no real advantage to having the downforce?
Or maybe it's easier to swing it around. I can't say for sure.
A little less downforce on the rear. I mean, but I'm wondering, like, are these wings even big enough to really cause, you know, to even like generate that much downforce at these speeds? But who knows? Clearly, Sheldo has found something, right? He's up there without his wing, so he's figured something out, and he's doing great. I don't think I've ever seen one running without the wing, which is why I was like, I've never noticed they didn't have one. They do. It's just Sheldo.
Well, and if you think about it, wow, look at these guys battling. What a battle that we're seeing here between Cole and Geezer Gears. They've traded places about 3 times without us mentioning it. They are swapping places very, very quickly. But yeah, to the point I was going to make is, you know, if you look at the first two, the front runners with Nasty and Shell, neither one of them have wings on, and there's probably 8 seconds between Shell and Krager, so they're gapping the rest of the field. Maybe that's a little bit of a cheat code that they have figured out somehow.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, but Kreger's got a wing, and it's a different style of wing. It's not the OEM style, so he's gone, you know, carbon fiber with the posts. Island Grown running what looks like the wing that this car would come with here. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's a nice thing to notice that people are not only running wing or no wing, but they're also running different styles of wings. It feels a lot like, you know, high budget racing, right? Where the arrows changes subtly between cars and between races.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And it looks like Nasty ended up with a half-second penalty. I don't know that that's going to give Sheldo the opportunity to make a pass or not.
I don't think so, and I just asked if he has one, but he doesn't. So it is just Nasty having to serve, and here it is, but he's barely going to have to do anything. And yeah, it doesn't even really bring Sheldo closer to him. But, you know, you got time. We're not even halfway through. It's lap 11 of 30. Nasty's doing a fantastic job this time around. I think the Lancer's his car. You know, I think he was, you know, just playing around with the WRX, but clearly the Evo is where he's at home. He's doing fantastic this time around.
Yeah, running really, really solid laps too. I mean, you know, not quite up to his qualifying pace, but running the 46.1 there for Nasty, and pretty consistently, you know, that's probably one of his slower laps. He's doing very well throughout this race here.
Yeah, Cole Trickle was absolutely picture perfect through that corner, and as I remarked on it in my head, he throws up a purple sector when he tripped the timer there, so probably was put together a few, perfect corner, into the wall there. Luckily, it didn't completely turn him around, or somehow, I don't even think it really completely stopped him. He's still within 2 seconds of Nasty, but not right where he wants to be there. We're going to get a replay here. Or no, that was the replay. Sorry.
Nope, yes, there it was.
There we go. You're right. But I think he hit the wall a second time. Right before we went to replay. It looked like something else happened to him, and I think it did, because now it's 2.7 seconds, and wow, he is really hugging it here. But it's neat. You know, it's neat. He's following the line. He is back on the accelerator, moving forward. Sheldologist putting on a masterclass in both cars, actually.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. I think Nasty looks to be way more comfortable in the Lancer. As we take a look here at Kreger, who is currently in P3, kind of by himself. He's got quite a bit of space between him and Island Grown, and also a pretty large gap between him and Sheld. You know, we talked about penalties being so important, but it really seems like it's anything over a half, right? The half seemed to be almost nothing. You get a 1, you're in deep trouble.
That's right. Because with the half, you're entering a spot where you probably need to slow down a little bit anyway. It's not a sharp corner. It may be, I haven't driven these cars here, but it may even just be a lift into that corner when you don't have a penalty. And so if you're only serving a half second, you know, maybe there's a little bit of braking there that you otherwise wouldn't have done, but it seems not to hurt you too bad. But yeah, a second or more, second and a half. Ooh, Island Grown bumping it with Cole Trickle there, a little bit of a hip check, I think, not like on purpose, but just a little tap. And we'll keep an eye on these two to see if it's heating up. But certainly the battle is heating up. But I wonder if there's some bad blood. Ooh, Cole with 1 second. And you know what, Cole? I remember slow-mo. I think he was struggling with penalties all last race, if I recall. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was. He had quite a few of those 1 second. And if you watch on that section, I mean, he was right on the line with that one tire. So it is not very hard to get yourself out of the boundaries of this track today.
Yeah, I agree. And I wonder if it's like just a certain line that he is trying to hit every time, or if it's, you know, it's something he's doing that's throwing him into this, you know, into the zone. Ooh, and a little bit of touching between them. I think they almost got a little bit of ghosting there, some lucky ghosting where Cole looked like he was solid, but he was still ghosted after serving that penalty, because Island Grown's nose was definitely in his trunk.
I think it was.
I think that's a pass. Was that a pass? He showed it, and Nasty, but Nasty! Oh my gosh, more nastiness, disgustingness. What was that? I need a replay. But I don't dare move away from here. Oh, we're getting it anyway. There's Sheldo around the outside, out of that, I'm going to call it the bridge, but then Nasty right around the inside, didn't even touch him. Sheldo looks for the over-under, but he's not able to get
Beautiful.
it. Sheldo might have been a little wide, but that was just gorgeous on Nasty's end there. He is not making it easy, Slow-Mo.
No, he's doing such a good job of getting in the way or driving right by. I mean, that move we saw, take a picture of that, hang it up on the wall. That was an absolute view. I would show that off to my friend.
It really was. I know when people say put somebody on a poster, they're normally talking about basketball, but that moment right there, yes, take a picture, put it on the wall, because he definitely just put Sheldo on a poster. Sheldo with one of those longer penalties, a 1 second, he's going to have to serve that next lap. Ooh, Island and Cole touching again, door to door between these two. Oh my gosh, is it friendly?
Oh, a little more.
A little bit more. Is it friendly? Is it just what it is? I mean, we're going to let
think
it
they're
play
just
on.
a little frisky. I mean, what are you going to do, right?
Yeah, I think just play on, lean on each other. As long as you're not putting anybody in a wall, why not? We're all friends here. Yeah, there's, he doesn't really touch him. That barely tapped him. But, yeah, I mean, that was there. Cole's got a favorable line through here, though, and cuts him off just a little bit there. I think that was just the trajectory of the car, but well done to shut the door on him anyway. And now he's in fourth. He gets to hold on to that. Island will continue to try. I'm enjoying this little battle for fourth. This is great.
Yeah, what a great battle. And two really good drivers. I mean, you hear the term, a lot of people say dive bomb. I don't know how else you're going to do it here, right? You dive. You got to go for it. You got to go all in and just give it hell.
You got to dive and hope you don't hit him or hope you don't go wide yourself in the attempt. We just saw Island did hit Cole, and that kind of has created a gap between them there. And, it is what it is. I think Cole's going to be okay. There's no need to, give back the position or anything like that. You just fight back and try to catch him again. What's great about the Joker series is it's a series, but it's an open lobby. It's an open lobby between friends, people who know each other, people that we know are going to race pretty clean. While it is open to most folks, I know there's no sign up for this race, Slow-Mo. It really just does have a feel of I opened a lobby and only my friends came, and it's excellent. No,
I mean, it not only did his friends come, but you're talking about some very talented guys out here on track.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just over the halfway point. We're at 19 laps right now. And, look at the competition you're seeing between fourth, fifth. Now, obviously, sixth place is in the mix as they both run wide off the track. I would imagine that'll be a penalty unless there was contact. It really seems like the contact may be kind of like a Christmas gift to keep you from getting penalties. As you see, Geezer Gears is now going to throw his hat into this battle and try and get his way past, and I think he does get by Island Grown. What a move there. Island Grown is not giving it up easy, and he's going to keep pressure on Geezer Gears. A little bit of contact there sends Island wide. Island with contact on Cole. Not too much he can do. He's just along for the ride. Geezer Gears certainly benefited and has jumped out in front there. Take another look. Dottie, what do you see here?
I see Geezer Gears doing exactly what he needed to do, just skedaddle up out of there. He has been watching these two battle the whole time, absolutely does not want to get caught up in it, and he did great, put the car in the right place there, and even went ahead and went ahead and bumped Island Grown out there. I think he could have braked in time to avoid the contact, but I think he's like, no, I got to get out of this, and he did
time to go.
just that. Yep. Cole Trickle, of course, taking an opportunity there to have a little tap of his own, not one to miss there, and Island Grown is behind him with a half-second penalty. They're going to keep leaning on each other. This has been the best battle on track thus far, I think. Well, you know what? Sheldo and Nasty, though, have been good. They've been great.
Yeah, and speaking of the devil, look at both of them with the half-second penalty. They're fighting each other. I have not been watching the top of the leaderboard, so I was so enthralled by the battle that we saw there with Cole and Island. So these guys have likely been changing positions as we watch them battle through the section. Oh my golly, what a wild ride this is. We're going to see both of them serve, so nobody's changing positions there. And they've got plenty of room to go ahead and fight, so they're not worried about who's that, Krager back there in P3. And VKG had a little issue and is getting out of the way there. Fair play to him.
Yep, well done to him to get out of the way there, stay out of the way. That was awesome. It is crazy how Nasty and Sheldo have figured out how to hit each other and still be fast. Ooh, Viking again in a bad spot. No, that was the bad spot, the original bad spot. It's reminding me of Bathurst 12 Hour earlier.
Yeah.
Did you watch that? Yeah. Just stuck. Oh, we got some lap traffic already. So now it's Nasty and Sheldologist. Sheldologist gets in there. Nasty just a little bit too sideways, almost a reverse entry into that corner. He is really keeping up with the drifter theme. Somehow still stays in first. What just happened? That was weird. He's got to have second penalty though. Sheldo gave it back up, and Sheldo with a little bit of a touch there on him again. It gets a little bit stalled. He should catch up just enough once Nasty does that.
Sheldo's gonna catch up now.
Yeah, Nasty.
Can't park there, sir.
Another second of penalty, and Sheldo has finally triumphed with 6 laps left to go. He's in first place, and he's got plenty of room. He's just got to bring it home now. Sheldo, man, that was bad luck for Nasty. I feel bad. I do.
It really was, yeah. And I mean, it just shows the consistency that we're seeing out of Sheldologist recently. You go back a couple seasons worth. Oh, his VKG has caught another wall there, unfortunately. But
many bonks.
Sheldo has been very consistent. Go back to the PHG World Series. You're obviously seeing him do some of that in NRL as well. He is definitely finding his groove as he works through lap traffic there with Metal.
Yes, and look at him just desperate to get past and just make it happen. Oh, he gets into it with
Metal's getting in the way.
Oh my gosh, and I saw just how hard Sheldologist threw it, trying to get past him quickly. He does get the pass eventually there, but that was wild. He thought he was clear of Metal, and Metal was like, no, absolutely not. You're not clear. Sheldo letting it all hang out though, because who wants to get caught in traffic again? Nasty got caught up, but he's not that far back.
No, I mean, you wonder, is Metal going to let Nasty by? He did not let Sheldo by, but maybe he was just trying to hold up the leader a bit. I can certainly relate to that. And there's Nasty, who's got a little bit of a gap between him. And Krager is probably the only person, I think, driving by himself right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. So 2 points I want to make. Nasty and Metal may have some history from the last race. They were both fighting in the mid-pack, and that mid-pack was wild. There may be a little bit of a, hey, I owe you a nudge, or I don't owe you this space. We'll see what happens when he catches up to him. The second point is Krager being in pretty much the same position he was in last race. He was in 4th in the last race, had a very quiet race, but stayed up there. And this time, it's been 3rd. He's been there the whole time, pretty much. Hasn't really been challenged, but hasn't lost it. So consistency, again, paying off there. Our leaders, both with penalties. Sheldo, half a second. Nasty with a full second. Going to
back into the wall again
here, I think. Oh, and a little tap from whoever that was. Yep.
I think that was Geezer Gears. Oh, no, that was Metal.
It was Metal. Well, now they're together. Nasty into second. He's still in second, but he's got picked up a 1 second penalty. I'm surprised he didn't get more with the wall hit there, but he does get past those drivers. Of course, they're a lap behind, so he's not fighting them. He's going to get out of their purview, but he's way behind Sheldon now. It's like 8 seconds.
Yeah, he is. And we take a look here at Geezer Gears, and he is going to go ahead and move by Krager. Nope, that didn't work. It looked like he was going to be able to get by, but he didn't quite have that exit speed that Krager carried through that turn. Krager does have a 1 second momentum.
Well, also that was that rear bias. That was all power oversteer right there. He had it. He had the momentum. He had the trajectory. When he hit the gas, the back end swung around on him. Maybe if he'd had a more 40-60 split or something like that, the front could have pulled him around, and he would have got that run. Yeah.
Very good point. That's a very good point. We take a look here at our leader, Sheldo. Oh, back to Nasty. There's a bit of a gap there between those two. There's only a few laps left for Nasty to try and close that gap. I don't know that we're going to see that happen. There's a look at Krager, who's got gears, giving him some trouble for that P3, trying to put him back into P4 like he ended up in the first race.
Yeah, I was going to say, Krager's got a 1 second penalty to serve. It's going to bring Geezer closer, and it does. And Geezer's obviously on a tear. He was not doing great earlier on in the race, but he seems to be doing okay now because he's got himself up into 4th and is in position to challenge for 3rd. Ooh, a little bit of a touch there. Will he give it back? No, he's going to hold on to it. So that's Geezer into 3rd place. Now that does mean he's not safe. We've seen a lot of give and give back. If if Kreger gets an opportunity, we may see a little bit of a bump and run there as well. But yeah, you know, there's nowhere for him to really go there. We've seen that a bunch of times in this race. And oh well, Kreger's back up front. I don't know if maybe Geezer gave it to him or if Kreger took it, but he's got it. And so this battle will rage on lap 29. And Sheldo must be maybe nearing the end of lap. Yep, he's on the final lap here. He's got clean air ahead of him, it looks like, and no cars behind him. Slow-mo, take us to the end.
Yeah, Sheldo's going to bring this home. It looks like he has done a fantastic job getting himself away from everybody. You see there is one lap car back there with him. But, man, really nice gap that Sheldo's got between him and our second place runner in Nasty. And Nasty is doing a very good job also, who's kind of really by himself in no man's land. Here is Sheldo, ended up with a little bit of a penalty, a little something for the fans there across the line as Viking King comes through as well. Here is Nasty coming around that turn. We saw him catch that wall a couple times through this race, so really tough spot for Nasty through the track. There's our P3 driver with Kreger, who looks like he's going to be able to secure that and keep Geezer Gears behind him for P4. Then you've got Island Grown coming in with, look at all the penalties through the field as these guys are finishing. You know, you got Million Vertices, who is our last driver who on track. He did not get lapped, so he's going to finish this particular lap. And wow, there he goes across the line. Dang, man, what an awesome combo we got here tonight. It just brings out so much of the fun that you're seeing in the races.
Yeah, that was fantastic. That race was really, really good as well. I mean, it started a bit crazy, just like the last race. I mean, this was an excellent combo. We should probably do it again. I think this needs to come back. Maybe different cars, but it does have to happen again. Because this was a fantastic time, as we can see by the turnout. 10 drivers in the first race, 9 in the second. I'll go ahead and read our results now. In first place, you're looking at PHG Sheldologist in the WRX. Your car's on top this time around. And then in second behind him was PHG Nasty, put on a fantastic show in this race in the Lancer Evo. Kreger is going to be in third place, a quiet but consistent race in the WRX. Geezer Gears had a tumultuous race, but ends up just off the podium in the WRX as well. Island Grown in fifth with the next Lancer, and I think the only other Lancer in the field. In sixth place, we're looking at Million Vertices in the WRX. Metal in seventh, also in the WRX, and the next WRX driver in eighth is Viking Racing. In ninth place, Cole Trickle did not finish. He was having a great race, having a fantastic battle. It sucks that we lost him there. Slow-mo, 2 amazing races. Honestly, Joker Series for me is 2 for 2. This is also your second Joker Series broadcast. 2 for 2 for you as well?
Oh, 100%. I mean, and I tuned into the other ones. Such fun racing. It always brings a good group. You know, the Joker lap itself brings a total new element that a lot of guys aren't really used to dealing with. You know, you see a lot of lead changes because of that Joker lap. And it just really makes these guys fight for position a lot more. So really, really cool race that we get to see from the Salamander Racing in his Joker Series.
I agree. And I don't know what Sal's pitch to you was like, but when he pitched it to me, it was like, oh, you know, sometimes it's cool. Okay. Let's talk about driver of the race. I think for me, Nasty. He didn't win it, but had an excellent race. And honestly, you know, stayed in it until basically the end. I think it was lap 24 or 25 when Sheldo was finally able to, like, definitively take first place. So for me, it's going to be Nasty.
Okay, that's a good choice. I'm actually going to switch it up for you a little bit. I'm going to go with Kreger. He started in P5. He brought up a second podium finish for the WRX team. Like you said, consistent. He was there. People just couldn't quite take that P3 away from him. You saw Geezer Gears, you know, certainly give him some contention for it, but wasn't able to keep that door closed. So I'm going to put Kreger on my vote of choice here.
I can see it because it was cool to, like, he had such a quiet race, right? But like when he was challenged, he showed, hey, that it wasn't just that the race was quiet. I can hold my own. So someone to keep an eye out on there. There is a poll in the chat, everyone, of course. So choose your racer driver of Split 2, and we'll read out those results very soon here. We're gonna take a quick break, just our last break, and then we'll come back.
Through the air, every nerve alive. The world's a blur of motion, only speed survives. Pressure in the veins, time is breaking down. Take the line that twists away, no turning back now. Adrenaline, adrenaline, rushing in the bloodstream, can't contain. Gravity is pulling, but I'm already there. Slipstream in the shadow, breaking through the pack. The hidden road is waiting, no way to turn back. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Adrenaline, adrenaline, voices in the engine say, one chance, one line, cross the edge of time. Joker's got me hooked, no time for rest. Gotta burn it up, in the Joker series, burn it down. Push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. No surrender,
lost control. Joker's laughing, it's a fight for my soul. Blood on the track, sweat in my eyes. Keep on racing till the day that I die. Faster, harder, break the line. Steal the crown, it's do or die time. Joker's chaos is the only way. Live for the race, no tomorrow, today.
Surprise! We're back. We just keep coming back. We're here. It's me, Slow Mo, Sal in the booth, and we have one last race for you all, but just a couple of things to run through before that. Officially, we have a driver of the race here. You guys all voted for Kreger. Wow, you guys just go with whoever Slow Mo says, right?
I'm 2 for 2. No,
You're
that's
2 for
not
2.
normally like that. It's not normally like that at all.
Well, Kreger took 50% of the vote there, and then Nasty with 33%, Shelldologist with 17%. Island Grown shows up, but he got 0% of the vote. Sorry, Island Grown. But you guys were great to watch. Hopefully we get to see you in a third split here. Round info, it's basically the same thing again, right? If we can get that up on the screen. We're running 30 laps at Catalunya, the Rallycross track. You get 2 Joker laps. You have to take 2 Joker laps, rather, which is always going to make for a little bit of a mix-up. There's no tire wear on this track, and there's also no fuel use as well, so drivers don't have to worry about managing anything. And we are on dirt tires, which will be fun in the dirt, but a little bit slippery on that tarmac, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. You see these guys burning some tread as they're going around that. So they're giving it everything they can, and it's so much fun to watch these guys just burning. The smoke coming off, sliding it sideways, throwing it around, door to door. What awesome racing we've seen tonight.
It has been incredible to see. Sal should come away with a lot of clips to share from this race here. And now, what, let's talk a little bit about our sponsor. We mentioned them before. Makers of the ultimate sim racing shoes and custom apparel designed for sim racing by sim racers. 40 sim racing shoes are custom engineered to connect racers to the pedal in a way no other racing shoe can, and still provide all the comfort needed for those double and triple stints. Visit 40racewear.com and check out the original racing gloves for your feet.
Yeah, and if you noticed, I don't know if you caught it, but that jersey that Sal has, that's a 40 Racewear jersey.
Way to represent, Sal. Once we get him back on camera, everyone will be able to see it, and hopefully you guys will all want to order one.
They're slick.
They're slick? Nice.
Yeah, they're slick. Papa's got one too. If check his out. Both those guys are obviously very close with the 40 Racewear guys and got their own little branded gear. It's pretty slick. I also saw somebody that had won one of the previous races showing some pictures of their shoes. Such nice stuff, man. The gear's sweet.
Yeah, I saw the shoe. I saw one of the shoe winners. I'm glad that they make jerseys, because I'd probably wear that. But
yeah.
I'm a barefoot in the rig type of person.
Are you?
Like,
I was gonna ask. Okay.
Yeah. Are you shoes? Are you socks? Are you completely bare feet?
Shoes. I'm all shoes. I actually have Fredbird gave me a really nice pair of racing shoes for Christmas a couple of years ago that I always rock. They're fantastic, nice and light, and you can feel everything below you. So I see a lot of people doing shoes and socks, and man, I stomp on the pedal too hard. It's just I don't want to hurt my tender feet.
Fair enough. No, seriously. Sometimes you're just flexing the muscle in the feet a little bit more there. I do wish I could try it on the street. I think I'd have a little bit more pedal feel, but I can't heel toe without shoes on. Like I could do like a true heel toe with shoes on, like if it's literally like turning the heel into the pedal, but I feel like most cars I've driven, it had to be a side tap, right? It was just the way the pedals were set up, and my feet aren't wide enough to do the side tap barefoot. I need a shoe. Otherwise, I think I'd like driving barefoot, like performance driving in real life too. Hey, you know what? Let's get some people in here, guys. All of you in the chat. Most of you are racers. I see some of your names. Some of you are already in here. See a couple who actually haven't made it into a race yet. So come on in. The lobby is open. If you need lobby information, we can put that in the chat for you. Obviously, it'll also be up in the Papa's House of Game Discord on the Joker Series channel as well. Slow-mo, we might have to boot up the PlayStations.
Oh man, obviously I got mine on. I'm in the lobby watching. I think I'd be in the way. I think I'd be a hazard on track. I don't think it would be as fun as I think. You get that vision in your mind. You're like, oh, that'll be so cool, and then you go and do it, and you're like, no, that I visualized the wrong thing. So
yep.
I don't think I would be. I don't think I would be a lot of fun out there for these guys. They'd be well, they'd get me out of the way. It'd probably be fine.
You'd probably get gotten out of the way. Yes. He'd get gotten.
And I couldn't blame him.
But, I think the remedy for that is just embracing being an agent of chaos, right? There have been times where I entered a lobby race and I'm like, I know I'm slow. I'm just going to be in the way. That's just part of it, right? I am lap traffic the entire time. And for me, sometimes it's fun. It turns into practice, right? Like there will be times where you're driving in a race, and plenty of times where we're on a team, right? And maybe you do need to back the traffic up a little bit, right? You're not the speedy driver, but you need to be able to defend long enough to hold somebody back and give your teammate a chance to either get closer or get past. I love playing that role a little bit too much, though. I think I'm a real bad guy. Well,
we've talked about it. We've also seen it on track. I don't know that there is a bad guy in this race. You're really running with elbows out. There is going to be paint traded. There's nothing you can do about it. You just got to work with what you got. And we've seen these guys put on exhibition after exhibition of how that can be done. And, man, it looks so good when it's done right.
It does. It's been fantastic seeing everybody race tonight. Again, the very replayable race. If you hadn't caught everything, go back to the beginning of the stream. And again, Sal, I hope you get some clips out of this. The review, the recap next month should be epic. Can't wait for that. Looks like we are calling it. We're not going to get a third race tonight, which is, it's fine. It's okay. We've had a lot of action so far. Probably tired you guys out anyway. Everyone needs to go to bed. Check it out.
Yeah, and while we're thinking about it, if you haven't already done so, please drop a like on the stream. Help Sal out. We appreciate everybody stopping by. Make sure if you're not already subscribed that you do subscribe. Tell some people about the Joker series. There's still a little bit of room in some of these lobbies, as you see. We always love to see new faces out there. Come out here for the next one, which will be announced not too long. And come on out and just, get out here and do some racing. That's what it's all here. Everybody out there's out to have some fun, and you can get on track and do that with these guys. Also, if you want to get in the PHG Discord and aren't, the information is pinned down in the chat. Check that out. Really awesome Discord to be a part of. So much, active things going on throughout that Discord. Never a dull moment. And we are going to be kicking off qualifying here for our last run. So looks like we've got a few drivers that are going to run one more for us. Looks like I think, Taki, we've got 6 in the field.
Okay, I think I misheard. I thought we were calling it no need to. And you know what? The way the racing has gone, depending on what 6 it is, it might still be close the whole time. We have Nasty, we have Sheldo. We know that they will be door to door, sitting practically in one another's laps in some of these corners. Viking Racing put it together and figured something out at the end of the last race, so I expect to see him up there. Million Vertices has had, this will be his 3rd race, so I think he'll also maybe have found some consistency here. We've seen that Mitsu in a couple of great positions there. And then Metal, of course, has also been racing. Geezer Gears. Gosh, that is so hard to say when you have to read it like that. I can't remember. He was doing all right the last race towards the end, right? Wasn't he like 5th or 6th, maybe?
Yeah, he was mid-pack. He did pretty well. I mean, obviously had some fun racing with everybody, but that, I think he was at a disadvantage not running that first race. It really seemed like those guys that were in the first one had a pretty big advantage over the other guys that didn't run it.
I agree, and it totally makes sense with this kind of track. I mean, it happens on any track, right? If you're doing multiple races, yeah, this is basically practice at the same time, right? And it's actually better than the practice you get by yourself because now you figure out how to be fast on this track around other people. So yeah, everyone who was in the first race and the second race will certainly have an advantage in this one over those who've only done the second. But everyone here is a veteran.
Well,
This is what we're going to call them.
Speaking of advantages, one thing that Sal was telling me on the break, I think Viking King Gaming was actually in a motion rig for the first race.
Oh, wow.
Like, you want to talk about a wild ride, man.
I can't imagine.
And then you start getting bumped. Oh, man, I would imagine he's probably gotten a couple Tylenol in him between races.
Dude, if he's in VR, he's not okay. Check on him. uh, Nasty. Putting it together here. He's got a 45 flat, basically matching his time from the first race in the WRX this time. So
WRX this time, yeah.
What's going on? Maybe his magic in both. Again, not running that rear wing. So same strategy there. I wonder what Sheldo's got going on his car. Nasty with a penalty. That has been an issue for him. I think it's been an issue for everyone, to be honest. I don't want to put it on just
most
Nasty.
Definitely.
Yeah,
they've all struggled with it. And, as we take a look at Metal, we know he had a lot of those through both 1 and 2. So, I think his key to the race is going to be focusing on staying in the little bitty lines and avoiding those pixel penalties.
I agree. Shout out to Papa in the chat. What's going on, Papa?
Papa!
I think we're gonna see Nasty and Sheldo run away with it again simply because of that aerodynamic advantage they seem to have found. I really think, not to downplay their talent, for sure. We have seen some insane moves from them. Clearly, they know what they're doing around here, but I think there's also something about not running that rear wing. Like you said, maybe easier to swing the car around or just gives you that little bit of advantage in what few straight spots there are on the track. Maybe it's just not worth having the downforce if it just slows you down.
Yeah, and I think Sheldo may be running from the back. He doesn't appear to be putting up a qualifying time, and maybe he was taking a little bit of an extended break, but got back in the lobby, but not currently qualifying.
That should be fun.
Yeah, that'll bring an interesting dynamic to the Joker Series race here for our last one.
It definitely will.
Viking is trying to do something to improve that time. I know he's got better than the 49. He caught the wall there. He was running pretty good on the 46s in the first race, so looks like he may be just reset to the pits and take that P4 starting spot right now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the race goes how it goes. So we haven't seen starting position matter all that much unless you just, kind of get stuck in a mid-pack battle, which can happen. But we've seen the positions change and people go up and down the grid so much that I think, just set a lap and park it, and you'll end up where you end up is what it feels like here. I was going to make a point and I forgot what that point was, but it was so important for me to make it in my mind. I hope I remember it sooner than later. Who do we have here? We haven't had anybody get even close to Nasty. Of course, Sheldologist is not qualifying. I like this. I like him potentially starting from the back. Geezer Gears as well. Sheldo, I think maybe take a note. Ooh, PSG trying to run that Joker just hit. I think that was Nasty there.
I think maybe? It was, yeah.
Got it. Shame there. Or maybe Viking is just Yeah,
He's having a good old time out there.
yeah, having the time putting on those drift skills, showing off a little bit. Sal, you need to. I think from now on, if this third race is a little bit low in attendance, reverse grid it, just cause, or just do it as part of the rules altogether. Third race is always reverse grid if you were in the race. Sheldo's coming into the commentary booth, but Sheldo, will you be racing while in the commentary booth? Or will he be? We'll see. Oh, fantastic. He will be. That's an interesting perspective. We haven't had that before, have we?
On track commentary. I love it.
I love it too. Speak of the devil, what's going on, Sheldologist?
How are you guys this evening?
Doing great. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Got to talk to you during NRL qualifying a couple weeks ago.
Yes, ma'am. And right now, just gonna run from the back here and have a little bit more fun. What a dynamite combination Sal's put together. I mean, it's not the combination is what it is, but him putting this on and everybody showing up tonight, packed lobby in the first session. This one's a little bit lacking. People should be getting in here, but they're not.
I think that's okay though.
Yeah.
You guys have all been in at least one race, and pretty much everyone in here is showing improvement towards the end of the race. So we're pretty interested to see how it goes. Tell me, Sheldy, sorry, Slow-Mo, if you had something to say, but we need to know. What's up with the lack of the rear wing? We have our theories.
I don't know. In warm up, Nasty wasn't running it, and he was running good times, and I decided to take it off actually. So in my warm up, I was in the WRX with the large wing, and I had a really hard time getting the rotation. And then I saw Nasty was not running it. That's pretty much why I took it off. So this is my first night racing the track. Really, every time it's on dailies, I kind of miss it.
You're really good around here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's very, very fun getting the car sideways. Driving against Nasty last race was so much fun. Just back and forth.
Yeah.
He gets that car so sideways around that long left-hander. The long left-hander on the asphalt. Oh, it's just unreal how far he gets it sideways and maintains his speed, and he's a hell of a driver.
Yeah, I mean, so are you. You guys put on a hell of a show there. Thank you for telling us how the rear wing thing happened. We love a good racing engineer. You're observant, right, Slow-Mo?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it seemed like we're speculating. We don't know. We weren't sure what kind of inside information you guys had. So we were just speculating. It's nice to have a little bit more insight on, is there logic behind it? But it looks good.
It does
look good. It looks. You see those STIs or those Evo 10s without the rear wing, and they just have the little button caps to cover where the rear wing should be. Yeah. When you pull up to a red light, you're always like, I'm on to you.
Yeah. Regular Lancer, Rally Art, or Evo, like trying to figure it out. I like it. It does make it look more like a street car, more like just a local amateur rally, which none of us are pros, right? You guys are driving like pros. You are getting that thing so sideways off I'm calling it the bridge. It looks like a bridge, but we're about to start. We're gonna try to let you concentrate.
Oh no, I'm here to chat and have fun, and this is a fantastic thing Sal's starting to build, and I think it's what is this, the 7th month he's put it on?
This is
number 8. Yeah. No, fantastic, and thank you, Sal, again for putting this all together. It takes a little bit of work, and I got to start here. It takes a little bit of work.
You're gonna be ready.
So it's holy. This is what it's like starting from the back.
I was going to say, you must have done that on purpose. Nasty gets such an excellent launch. I think maybe Million Vertices got a bad one.
Straight to the grass, though.
Into the grass. And you know what? We've seen that every single race. Maybe there's an advantage there.
Yeah.
So is there an advantage to going out wide in turn 1 like that off launch?
I don't know. I think maybe you're going to get a huge overspeed coming into the corner or into that first turn. But as you come through this, oh, that's a wall. Watch out for that. Oh no, that's just does not count as my joker.
You focus on getting back on track because Nasty is under attack right now by Metal. Though I think I know what you're talking about, getting that overspeed. It's not like you get to practice that launch very much. So I could see folks breaking a little late for it. He did get an excellent launch, and he's building a gap now. 1.8 seconds to Metal, who is challenging in second place. Ooh, Nasty with a half-second penalty already. Million Vertices sits in last. Sheldo goes for an excellent pass there, but not quite going to get the run around. At least the wall didn't get you, Sheldo. You're doing great. You're doing great. We have a replay here. Who is this? This is somebody who did get the wall, and you ran right in. I see.
That was Million Vertices. Yeah.
Yes, that's how we ended up in last place there. You see anything interesting, Slow-Mo? Of course, it's just the start of the race.
I mean, I'm watching Nasty, and in the backdrop of that, I can see Metal and Geezer Gears. So nobody has run away with this. We did get to see a Joker lap there, as you see. Million Vertices has got that in. As the camera changes, yeah, there you go. You'll see P2 and 3, and also there's Sheldo making his way up the field. Shell, you going to be able to catch up to Geezer Gears in this lap, or do you need another one?
I'm hoping so. At some point, I do need to take a joker. I got some space behind me, so I should pop out in front of whoever's behind. But Metal's going for the joker, so I'm going to abort.
Okay. Can you tell us when? Yeah. Can you tell us when you're going to do it? Because what I want to see is what is difficult about the Joker. We've seen people pop in and out of it, but we've not followed anyone through it that I know of. And I'd love to get the camera on you and your perspective when you do it.
For me, when I try and decide to take the Joker, I just want to make sure I'm going to come out and clear track.
That makes sense. Yep.
Okay.
It looks heavy coming out in the traffic there. Slow-Mo.
We had the same question. You just asked it better than I was gonna.
Man, our leader Nasty with another penalty, though those half seconds don't seem to have been hurting him. Sheldo, somehow you've made your way into second place while we were watching but didn't notice, but you have a 1 second penalty, which is going to hurt you. There's Metal into that wall again. That wall hates you guys. It genuinely has a vendetta against you all.
Is that the first turn wall?
I believe so, yes, onto the asphalt. One of those left-hand wall hairpin things. Actually, I think both of them really don't like you, so it doesn't matter which one.
It is kind of crazy how much these cars understeer if you don't get the back end kicked out.
Mm.
Oh, and you might have kicked it out a little bit too wide there, as we see Geezer Gear able to make that pass.
Oh, but you've got a good run on him. Door to door, you're going to hold on to it around the outside, but can't. There's just no room on that line. You're going to go ahead and take your Joker, it looks like.
Kick out.
Kick out. It looks like it's just left. So a matter of keeping the car from understeering, kind of just a skid pad situation almost through that Joker. And then coming out in clean air, like you said. I see what the challenge is with that there. What's your power split?
I am running 40-60.
Okay.
And then brake balance is 5 to the rear.
Got it. So really just trying to get that back end swung around and maybe put a little power back there, but be able to pull yourself out of corners like this one that we see Nasty running through here. I run pretty much the same setup when I do get around to doing a rally race on here.
I've never really done the rally at all.
Yeah.
Until today, like I said, but
it's a ton of fun. VK Racing drifting the entire Joker there. Slow-Mo, when you practice, how did you do it?
Not that well. I can promise you that. It was quite a bit slower. I did not give myself a lot of time in this car, but as you can see, VKG has gotten himself comfortable after only another, one race prior. So really done a good job to get himself comfortable, getting into that Joker lap. Taking another look at our leader there. Nasty is gapping Geezer Gears a little bit. I wonder if there is going to be a change. I have not seen Nasty run his Joker lap I know Million has ran 2. I know VKG has run 1. We saw Sheldo do 1. So there are definitely some Joker laps that have been completed. Million doesn't have any more, as you see Nasty there making a nice slide around and getting that power down to get it going.
Yeah, again, he is putting on a driving clinic around here. A couple of penalties, but so far doing incredibly well. It's just such good like car control there. I mean, I think combos like this really put a spotlight on drivers who understand. Again, what was that? That was weird.
So that was his Joker lap, and it looked like he kind of almost stalled out on the AstroTurf.
Yeah, I think he lost momentum there, was in too high a gear maybe, and just kind of bogged, but he did get moving again. That was interesting, but other than that moment, it's been doing great. This combo has really highlighted drivers who have taken in our 3 keys to the race, which were, take it easy, relax, remember momentum, keep your momentum rather, and keep weight transfer top of mind there, and use it to your advantage. Of course, Sheldo not quite transferring it enough there. I think the back end didn't come around for you. You said it understeers a lot when they don't kick it out, right?
Yeah, and it's probably not a good sign when your speedometer hits 0 kilometers an hour, right?
Not in a race.
No.
Not in a race. No, I've never seen a corner that slow. Ooh,
and we take a look at Nasty just sliding that corner. Shell, tell us, did you prefer the Lancer or the Subaru?
They both have their advantages and disadvantages. I find that the Lancer is much easier to get sideways and be able to feather the throttle to control the back end. The WRX seems to be a little bit more understeery, and it is virtue. Oh, that's a wall. Watch out for that.
We're not making it easy on you.
We're not.
Nope.
We're not.
And the WRX, I think, is the lesser of the 2, in my opinion.
I disagree, but that's,
Of course you do. I have the same. I've had the same observation about these 2 cars in pretty much every configuration I've driven them. The Lancer is a bit more nimble, easier to get sideways. The Subaru understeers a bit more. It feels torqueier, but it's actually not. But maybe the torque just comes in sooner on the Subaru. I actually don't know if that is I would imagine that having good low end grunt is a trait of boxer engines.
It absolutely is. Yeah, I drive a Subaru every day, and I mean they do. They've got a lot of low end power, and the understeer it's just an example of how well they've done with Gran Turismo, bringing some of the attributes of these cars to the game, and giving you that feel on track. It is true to form.
Yeah, totally. I wonder if that understeer is just due to that torque and not necessarily like a weight distribution thing. We should be able to look up the specs for these cars, but I wonder if you could just tune that out with a little more front rebound, right? Like keep that front end from lifting when you get on the gas, and keep those tires down to give you the grunt out of the corner and keep you from
the wall.
Held into the wall again. That one's got you a couple times.
Watch out for that.
Nasty, though. Sorry.
Back in the day, I used to have a 99 Impreza RS.
Oh, the 99s. Okay,
yeah, two-door, high wing, practically stock. And it was an extremely fun car to drive in real life. Up here in Edmonton, it definitely saved my bacon a few times in the winter with the all-wheel drive. Symmetrical all-wheel drive was definitely, back in the day when there wasn't many all-wheel drive cars, it definitely had an advantage over many things.
I can imagine. I've never been like a Subaru diehard fan, but if there was a Subaru I had to have, it would be one of those coupes with the high wing and everything. I love when I get to see one.
Gears sideways. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, Sheldo, sorry that you got caught up again there.
No, it is all
Caught up
good.
in that chicane. Geese
He-
Gears up to second, still up there.
Yeah, Sheld's got plenty of time to work through him if he can get himself a little bit of room. As we take a look, Geezer Gears just catching that wall, backing out into traffic. But
Yeah, helped him.
well, you
Yeah,
know what
a
else
little
was he
bit.
going to do other than wait?
Gave him a
Nobody
little
wants
bump
to do
start
that.
there.
Yeah, Sheld, I had an 04 WRX, and now I'm in the 2010 Legacy, the GT version. So we see
the GT wagon or sedan.
it's a sedan. Yeah.
Oh, I've been looking recently at maybe getting a toy car. Well, not toy car, but like a fun car. I always loved the look of the Legacy GT wagons.
Oh,
You
those are
slam
sharp,
them,
yeah.
slam them a little bit, give them a nice stance, tint them out. I always enjoyed them. And then I actually sold Subarus. Was a car salesman
Oh,
for a minute or two, and luckily had an opportunity to drive the Legacy GTs and STIs, and the practicality of a wagon and the versatility of having that hatch with the extra space over the STI. And of course, this is before they had I believe it was 08 STIs with the hatchback.
yep.
I always thought that getting the wagon would have been the way to go, to have something that's a little bit more practical. Here in Canada, we had the 2.5 turbo.
Yep.
I believe it was the same in the States, correct?
That's the same one they sold here. Yep, that's what I drive.
Yeah. So they're lovely cars to drive.
Oh yeah. You put a little bit of a tune on that little cob. Oh, buddy, it's a lot of fun. They're just like an STI.
Nice. Sheldo, you've made your way into second place now, and I think you're like 12, 13 seconds behind Nasty. What's the game plan? How are you going to catch up to him?
Well, he still needs to take a joker, I believe. So that's going to catch me up for about 5 seconds. He's taken. Sorry, Sal is on comms here. Did he take both?
One.
Just one. Okay, so I'll gain 4 or 5 seconds there. I just need to bang out a couple low 45s, hope for a mistake, and maybe gather some of that gap back.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we'll
you're on a
let you
heater here.
concentrate. You are, so we'll let you focus on that. Maybe we keep a shop talk here. By the way, I did look it up in the Gran Turismo wiki, and the GRB road car is actually more front heavy than the Lancer. It's 60-40 split for
Okay.
the Subaru, and the Lancer road car is 53-47. So a little better balance, a little less weight on the front end there for the Lancer.
Okay, that explains a lot of the different things that we've talked through, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think it's a significant difference in split there. It doesn't sound like much, but I think if you couple low end grunt with just a lot of weight up front, you're gonna get you're gonna get an oversteery type or understeery rather combination for the most part. Yeah. I think the way to counteract that obviously would be, throw that power towards the rear more and the brakes as well, and just try to control your drifts.
Yeah, and Sheldo's doing a really good job. Although one thing to note, Nasty does have the current fastest lap of a 44.7, which is blistering fast around this track here. So
he didn't even do that in qualifying. 44.7.
Yeah, Sheld, you're going to have to dial in to catch up with that. I don't think he's doing it every single lap, but
not with the 1.5 penalty.
Yeah.
Well, Shell just got a 44, or you've got a 44.9, but you just picked up a 1.5 second penalty, which is significant, Sheldo, but it's only lap 19. We believe in you. You got this. You do. I think we've got just no real battles going on over the rest of the track, and yet it's still so fun to watch these racers drive these cars around here. I really do like the rally component in this game. I know it's not very realistic, but it's fun, and it's fun enough, and it's competitive enough that it is still worth racing, and I wish more people did them.
Yeah, and you got your battle here for 3 and 4 as you look at Geezer Gears and then Million Vertices, who we've seen in all 3 races. Both guys doing a very good job keeping themselves next to each other. And I know Million Vertices has already hit his Joker lap. So if there's a situation where Geezer Gear has not, that's really going to give Million a great opportunity to get himself away a little bit. As you see, Million is really sniffing his tailpipe at this point.
I
He
believe
is.
Nasty just took his Joker lap.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for letting us know. We've got the St. Patrick's Day parade here in the battle for third, fourth,
Yeah, right.
and fifth. Oh, and Million Vertices into the wall. Metal into him. I'm sorry, not metal. I think
KG.
that was VKG Viking Racing there, right behind him. It's so tough there because you're both aiming for that apex so tightly. If somebody slams into it, there's just nowhere for you to go. No one is out there in the marbles going wide for that turn. We've seen so many people get collected by another car there. There's Geezer just got caught, and he's in 4th place now behind Million Vertices. So he was in 2nd place for a good while there, and now he's got to fight his way back up. Sheldo, of course, took that place, and now Million Vertices is taking 3rd.
If Nasty's listening to the broadcast, come on. Don't screw up.
Maybe he's listening. I don't think everyone is listening, though, because I think everyone would have taken their rear wing off if they were.
Yeah, right.
Fantastic pass by Geezer there to take 3rd place back from Million Vertices. A fantastic look for him. We're going to get another look at it. Million Vertices is just ahead there, and he brakes, but he goes a little bit wide in the braking. Geezer is able to keep a tighter line and get on that gas just that little bit sooner. Those walls are close. Get on the gas too soon, you're going to run into one. So Million Vertices had to be patient. He just tapped the wall again, I believe. Million Vertices not having a fun time with that wall at all.
And Geezer Gear doing such a great job with that weight transfer, getting it shifted around and keeping his momentum through these turns. It looks like he is starting to pull away just a little bit as we jump over to take a peek at our current leader, Nasty, with only about 7 laps left to go here. So this race is coming to an end very quickly. Sheldo, you're about 11 seconds off. I think you can still catch him with about 7 laps, but you're going to have to hustle.
Yeah. Is there a opposite Joker where I could just cut the cut the track a little bit? What was it? I believe there's a Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo, where one of the ghost, I don't even remember, haunted house tracks, you could jump off the side and make it through to the next area, or the half a lap away. That again was
talking about.
That was a lifetime ago. I'm sure it was a thing.
I think it was, and you're right, it was a lifetime ago. Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo was it feels like it was yesterday, but it really wasn't. It's crazy how far video games have come in that time frame. If you're old enough to remember 16-bit gaming or even 8-bit gaming, and just how much fun we had, even though these games were so much simpler than they are now. Nothing like Gran Turismo for sure.
In my stream chat, RSR Ed Cobra Venom himself says, yes, he remembers that.
Pepperidge Farm remembers, and so do we geezers. We remember. I think my Super Nintendo is still just 2 floors below me in the basement. I need to pull that thing out. Pretty sure
take a look at Nasty making this pass on slower traffic there over Metal. Really nice move, taking that inside line. Maybe a little bit of a bump to slide Metal out of the way, but he was taking that pass no matter what Metal was going to do.
Yeah, Sheldo, he is not letting himself get caught up. He doesn't want you to catch him. Man, the way Nasty is whipping that thing around even on asphalt, I wonder if he's got an e-brake, because that back end is really coming around for him.
I actually asked him, Tati. He does not have a handbrake set. He's not using e-brake. What he's done is he's shut off ABS.
Ah, got it.
Oh,
So he
okay.
is purposely locking the rear with just the brakes. Love that.
Again, little nuances to the game that I wouldn't have even thought of doing that.
Yeah, I'll have to try it. I've never been one to drive without ABS, and I've always understood that it would unlock your braking if you can, toe that line between full braking force and locking. But I'll be honest, I've not even tried ever, and maybe that's the next frontier for me. But I think first, Slow-Mo and I were talking off camera about just being a bit rusty when it comes to racing. I think first maybe I need to get my lap times back up.
Well, anytime you guys are on track, it's always fun.
It
Well,
really
yeah, because
is.
you're always looking back at us. I see how you are. Fun for you,
Fun to
maybe.
see.
No.
Yep. Speaking of, are you looking back at us? What view do you use?
I use the bumper cam view. No,
Mm,
yeah, bumper cam. So I have, because I like to have information.
yeah.
And I want to know where people are without having to look at my radar.
Ah,
I drove bonnet cam for a long time, and I just found that when I switched back to the bumper cam, it was more. I felt like I could feel the car more.
I've gotcha. Yeah. Slow-Mo, what do you use when you're racing?
So yeah, I actually am in the same boat as Sheldo. I bounce back and forth, but bumper cam is the go-to for me. I love having the rear view mirror there. You just to his point, I feel like you get a little bit more in your scene, in your view. So I love the bumper cam.
Got it. I'll have to give it a try again. I was diehard bumper cam in Gran Turismo 5 and 6. And when I started sport, I was bumper cam. But I remember just noticing that hood cam, even though it's missing that rear view mirror. Ooh, final lap for Nasty. We're going to watch him cross the line in a moment. But real quick, even though I was missing the rear view mirror, I felt like I could see the sides of the car more and have better placement on apexes
Yeah.
that I don't get on bumper
I
cam.
can see that.
Yeah, but I'll have to give it a try again because it really has been years since I've been a bumper cam racer. Nasty's almost done here. He's going to cross the line in first. Another win I'm sorry, not another win. This will be the first win for Nasty. Sheldo, you took the last one.
I took the last one, and then Jorge took a lap or a split one.
Yes, he did. And bounce. He's like, I've conquered. I've done it. I'm done. Here he comes, last corner, doesn't catch the wall. Fantastic.
Oh.
He's going to spin the car around as almost everyone else has done.
Oh, I took a penalty.
Oh, no, Sheldo. That's okay. You're still going to be second, I think. This is hilarious. Love how everyone's just touching
Yes,
the line.
we are having a party spin out here.
Clearly. They're treating it. They're treating it
It's like downtown St. Louis and Saturday night.
I can't. It's like baseball, you just got to touch the base, the home plate, you just got to slide past it a little bit, or maybe football, you just kind of get the ball over the end zone line, and that's enough. That's kind of how you guys are treating this finish line here. Geezer coming in for third place finish. Oh, he just barely got it. I thought that Million Vertices was going to take him for fourth there. That was close. Metal will take fifth place, and then Viking hasn't crossed the line yet, but he will end up in sixth place in our final race of the evening. This was still pretty action-packed. He's busy. Yeah.
And Sheldo, nice job. Last to second. Didn't work out last to first, but very nice job on that last to second.
It was very, very enjoyable, guys.
Shout out to TKs. He's giving out 5 memberships. Thank you, TKs. We appreciate you so much, fellow commentator, fellow fan of the series there. We're glad to see you, TKs. Sheldo, it was fantastic to have you in the booth with us.
Yeah, well done, Sheldo.
A lot of fun. Yeah.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you for the broadcast, Sal, Tati, Slow-Mo. You guys are amazing, and you guys have yourselves a excellent night. Happy Friday. Drop that like and subscribe for Sal, whoever's watching who hasn't, and catch you guys later.
See you, Sheldo. Thank you.
Thanks, Sheldo.
Slow-Mo, you got another one. 2 out of 3. WRX.
Hey, how about that?
top.
Yeah, you want
Yeah.
me to take us through these here?
Yes, please.
Absolutely. So PHG Nasty repping the Subaru WRX, the lone WRX in the field, I believe, taking the P1 position. Well done to Nasty on that one. You finally got one. You were in the mix in all three. Well done there. Sheldo, as we talked about, with the last to second, didn't even qualify, got himself in that Lancer, able to work his way back up into P2. Geezer Gears, as we saw, had a really good battle with Million Vertices throughout a large portion of that race, ended up in P3, Million Vertices in P4. Metal coming in with the P5 position, and then VKG Racing taking the P6 position. So really awesome race with these guys. Like we said, it was a little bit more spaced out in this final race, but these guys still put a lot of great quality racing out there for us to enjoy.
They sure did. You could tell everyone was still having a good time out there, even if they were racing by themselves, which it does look like a really fun place to lap around. Some places are just like that. You can just lap it and have a good time. Definitely enjoy that. Driver of the race for you, Slow-Mo?
You know, I got to go with Sheldo on that one. Last to second, he didn't quite make the last to first, but that's certainly commendable when you're in a field of talent like he is here today.
Agreed. And to be talking to us at the same time and fielding questions
right?
that whole time. Yeah. I would have spun 5 times. Yeah, that wall would have caught me out. There'd be no question. Yeah, Sheldo takes it. Who will I? Honestly, I enjoyed Geezer Gears, and I think it wasn't really so much about his performance. I think I just enjoyed seeing him whenever the camera was on his car. So for me, it was Geezer Gears. We will have a poll up in the chat, of course, as we did the last 2 races, to let you guys choose who your driver of the race is. Do not vote for whoever Slow-Mo voted for. Don't just do that.
You've been letting me go first, so you give me the easy pick, you know.
Fair enough. I thought I went first last time, but okay. All right. You're right. We're going to take a very short break, and then we'll be right back with the poll results.
Cutting through the air, every nerve alive. The world's a blur of
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. What an exciting night. Tati, Slow-Mo, it sounds like you guys had your hands full calling those
Did.
races.
Yep. Never a dull moment, honestly, until like the third race, and even then we had a lot of good conversation going.
Absolutely. Quick shout out to Metal for the $10 dono, and a shout out to T-Case for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you guys. I really appreciate your support here. Let's close down the driver of the race poll. It looks like Geezer Gears is going to run away with this one.
What?
You got one.
What? I got one. Nice. Congratulations, Geezer Gears. Thank you guys for
That
voting
was
my
the
way. We really appreciate you.
anti-slow-mo vote.
Anti-slow-mo vote. That's
Yeah.
That's what that was.
I think that, yeah, I think they like pity voted me in, like give her a win. All right.
All right, so one more quick shout out to 4D Racewear for sponsoring me and the Joker series. They've given away some prizes in some of the previous events. I was going to show off. You guys mentioned that I had the jerseys. I actually took the jersey off that I was wearing because I want to show you the back of it. But 4D sent me two custom jerseys. They've got this one that you've seen me wear. That's the front, and then the back has it where it's got almost like a I don't know, a jersey style. And then the one that I was wearing tonight, you got to see the front of it, but the back is the cool part.
Nice.
Got the
Check
Joker
that out.
series on
Cool
the back.
logo.
Oh, come on. You got to sell those. 4D, if you're listening,
We
put them
need
them.
them.
for sale.
I love
We
wearing
need
it. This one's a nice lighter material, whereas the other one is a little bit heavier. But they both
thicker.
wear
Okay.
they both wear really nice. I like them, and of course the 4D gloves. 4D gloves are awesome. The 4D
Oh, yeah.
shoes are amazing. I have them sitting over there though. I forgot to grab those, but the 4D shoes are, 10 out of 10 for sure. But,
Get it out.
man, for the racing tonight, I was surprised. I was really glad we had a lot of people come out right away.
Yeah.
That first split was stacked with Jorge and Moose and Sheldo and Nasty and all those guys at the front. It was that was a heck of a run on the first one, and then the second one was just as entertaining. Like you said, the third one we didn't have quite as many people stick around. Normally it builds. The third split normally is the biggest split we run, but this time it started off big and tapered off as we went, but it was still a good time. Yeah, you guys mentioned I'm probably going to get a lot of shorts material out of this one, so happy for that.
Most definitely. I will be thumbs upping those shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should
of
all
course.
thumbs up those shorts. I
Yes,
appreciate that.
and the channel and this stream, like, subscribe, do all the things. I think it's only gonna get bigger for you, Sal.
Yeah, 100%. If any of you are out there still watching that haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. But now we're to the fun part of the night where we get to reveal next month's combo.
Let's go.
This one was exciting. We did the Rallycross. This was different than what we've done before. And this next one here, I think I'm hoping you guys will get a kick out of. I've been thinking about this one for a while and how to do it. And I don't think I've seen anybody else do it. So we're going to give it a shot. So here's what we got going on.
Safety cars.
We're going to be running at
At
Grand
Grand
Valley
Valley.
Highway 1 at night in the safety cars. So a lot of flashy that's going to go on in this one. There are actually 6 safety cars in the game. These 4 are fairly well matched, and then the other 2 are kind of in a different category. And maybe I'll run those 2 in a future combo. But this one's going to be fun. These are pretty exciting to run around. The Joker, as you can see, is up near the hairpin, right after turn 1. There's just like a little section that you go. It's not a big Joker, but definitely running the safety cars. My kids love doing. They don't run sport mode for whatever reason. They just don't care. But they'll come in and do lobbies, and they'll run these role play lobbies where certain drivers are in these safety cars and others are in other cars, and they like enforce a speed limit and then chase down the people not doing the speed limit. So this kind of goes along with that. We're doing the safety cars at Grand Valley. Grand Valley's where they always tend to do that like role play one for some reason. But yeah, I was kind of excited to use these cars. I don't think I've ever seen a combo where the safety cars get used. So
I don't know that I have either.
Same, never. And this is awesome. I actually don't even know how the safety cars perform. Are they like identical to their street counterparts? Do they have some goodies?
Well, so the Dodge Charger is the Hellcat. So it has the most horsepower. It has 707 horsepower, but it is the heaviest of the 4 cars. And on the opposite end, the BMW M4 has the least horsepower. I think it has 425, but it is by far the lightest. It's only 3,300 pounds. And then the Mercedes and the GTR are kind of in between as far as their horsepower and weight goes. So there's quite a bit of difference in how I found that these cars did on fuel and on tire wear, but I developed the combo in such a way I'm hoping it'll all come out fairly even in the end. So I'm kind of anxious to see how much people practice and what they think we're going to get out of it. We're only doing 14 laps. The laps are about 2 minutes long, so we'll get about a half-hour race in with each of them. But yeah, kind of excited to do the safety car one. That we are using racing
so
tires.
cool.
Racing tires, heard?
I was thinking of doing sports, but the Charger and I think the Mercedes have just a little too much horsepower to be trying to run sport tires here. They'd be all over the place. So we are running racing tires. Racing mediums are required. All tires are available. Should be a fun one.
If I remember correctly, the first gear in that Charger is pretty much worthless because it's just going to break the tires loose.
In the sport, when you're on sport tires, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah, even on racing tires.
Yeah, I mean, you still have to feather it, but it's at least controllable. But you know that fast section, you know, after you get around the hairpin and you're going down the hill towards the ocean, you know, in a Group 3 car, you can take that pretty much flat out. You can't do that in any of these 4. There's definitely some lifting, and I mean, they're heavier. They're definitely heavier than your Group 3 counterparts. So
yeah,
that's what we got going on.
Weight transfer for that right-hander.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. So I'll be getting the website updated to have all the details for what the combo is going to be like. It's going to happen on April 16th. So you guys get your practicing ready. I think I have that scheduled around an off week for NRL again. Either that or it's after NRL's wrapped up. I can't remember. All I know is I didn't want to compete with NRL. So
no, of course not. Of course not. It's hard to compete with NRL. This should be a good combo. I'm excited about this in a month.
Should be fun. So, I don't know. The last thing I wanted to do is speaking of NRL, I wanted to shout out kind of a number of different like sister leagues that we are in cahoots with. Of course, there's the PHG World Series. They're in an off season right now, but they'll be firing up season 4 as soon as NRL is done. Which leads me to NRL, the Naughty Racing League put on by Mick Naughty, a good friend of ours. You can find out more information about that league at mcnaughty.gg. They just did their pre-qualifying and round 1, and they'll be doing round 2 next weekend. 5 rounds of competition, prize money on the line. That's always one of the premier leagues out there. Of course, there's IRO and Sector 7. Tati, you could probably vouch for this. The GTEC and the GTSC endurance races that are going on. Those last all year. Those are some really fun ones to be in. And then, of course, our good friend and fellow commentator T-Case does his T-Case Tuesdays. And then he also does NASCAR Thunder on Thursday. So go check him out as well. I think that's going to do it for the night. Slow-mo, Tati, you know, some final thoughts from you guys. Tati, how about you go first?
Really fun racing. Again, fantastic combo. Amazing displays of driving talent and, you know, racing IQ. This was a superlative night.
All right, thanks. And Slow-mo.
Yeah, I'm still catching my breath, to be honest, from all the action that we saw on track tonight. Sal, thank you as always for having me. Thank you to everybody out there. You guys are always so much fun to broadcast for. The racers put on such a show for us. So much fun to be here, man. This is such a great way to kick off a weekend. So, Sal, thank you as always. Stop by the channel. We'll see you guys next week on NRL. And make sure and give Sal a like. Don't be afraid to stop by my channel too if you're interested in checking out some of that stuff. I do some interviews and some Call of Duty and a little bit of everything there. So quite a variety you'll find on the YouTube there, GT-Slomo.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you both, you guys, Slomo and Tati, for volunteering your time to come do commentating and really make the broadcast into something special for both the drivers and the fans. I know they all enjoy it, and I enjoy it as well. So thank you guys. And then, as Slomo said, when we run the credit reel here at the end, I do have Slomo's YouTube channel and Tati's Twitch channel listed. Definitely go check those guys out. Until next month, we will see you guys again for the Joker Series on April 16th, where we're running safety cars at Grand Valley 1. Until then, peace out, everybody. Be nice to one another. Take care.
See you all.
Rubber's melting on a stolen line. Brake too late and you're out of time. One move wrong and you lose the climb to the throne built out of split-second signs. They hug the edge, I cut inside. The margin bleeds where judgment hides. Their mirrors blind to the shadow glide, 'cause I vanish into the other side. You can lead the pack, take the crowd, but the devil waits on the hidden route, where the tarmac bends like it's made of doubt, and a single slip is the knockout sound. This is the turn that breaks you, not marked on any map. The line they never train you. Once you're in, you can't go back. I drift where others flinch. Take the angle, razor thin. The Joker lap will make you or unmake what you've been. One lane twisted through the blindfolded dusk, where grip and instinct is all I trust. Others hesitate, I combust. Thread the needle, no room for us. Behind me, they're just ghostly sparks. I've